to the end zone. What a catch. Micaiah, touchdown.
Into the layup goes at the buzzer.
Wins it. The championship.
An absolutely beautiful fall night at John Morgan Brown Stadium in the heart of Fayette, Alabama, as we've got a Class 4A Region 5 showdown between the Gordo Green Wave and the Fayette County Tigers. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tommy Wood, along with Coach Rick Rhodes, as we get set for another great Thursday of high school football action. We mentioned John Morgan Brown Stadium. Of course, the field has a different name, Walden Tucker Field.
Well, one of the legendary coaches in the state of Alabama. Two great coaches in this game tonight, but that gentleman right there is a sure enough legend.
He is a legend all across the state of Alabama, retiring in 2010 as the winningest coach in state history. We've also got some great players coming your way tonight. Let's talk about a couple of those.
Well, let's take a look at number 10, Xavier Glass, first for Gordo. A big hitter on defense, a power running back as well. Getting a lot of looks from colleges, and particularly Austin Peay University up in Tennessee. As you look over on the Tiger side of the ball, you take a look at number 3, Kendrick Moore. Versatile player. He plays H-back on offense. Pretty big hitter on defense as well. Pretty good basketball player as well.
Fayette County's trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Gordo looking to seal the championship with a win tonight. What are some of our Metro Goals keys to the game?
Well, first for Gordo, their offense has been explosive all year, 39 points a game. But their all-star quarterback, Tanner Bailey, is out with a broken collarbone. That young quarterback is going to have to step in. We'll see if he can keep it going. For Fayette County, they've been awfully inconsistent all year. They've been up and down. Their quarterback is hurt as well. Their offense is going to have to generate a lot more points and a lot more yardage than they have at any time this year if they're going to win this game.
These two teams first met in 1917. Tonight, it's another edition as we've got Kickoff coming up next.
While you're at home with family for the next few weeks, don't put off scheduling home repairs. Call Ox Foundation for a free estimate. With more time at home, you tend to notice things you haven't in the past. Mold and moisture in your basement or crawl space, uneven driveways, stair-step cracks in your exterior brick, uneven floors and doors. If your home is showing weakness, it's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Stay strong, Alabama.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune into WOTM every Thursday night at 7 for the AHSAA WOTM Game of the Week. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's channel lineup, call and request WOTM. Thursday, October 22nd, the Ramsey Rams travel to Pleasant Grove to take on the Pleasant Grove Spartans. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7, basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
Without our contest officials, we would have no contest. I truly encourage our parents to be a shining example of sportsmanship regarding our contest officials and setting example for everyone, as well as coaches and fans across this state, to treat our officials with respect.
Gordo to kick it off. Fayette County going to get a chance to return this opening kick as they'll bring it out across the 25-30. Good, tough running out to the 35-yard line. Very good return to open it up by Kendrick Moore. We talked about him in their early opening. You see, Coach, that guy's got some speed and some power.
Yeah, he really does. Number 1 for Gordo, J.T. Billups, the UNA commit, centered up on him, and it slowed Moore down a little bit, but not much. Get a look at Blake Johnson, the sophomore quarterback, who will start tonight. And as we said, both quarterbacks dealing with injuries at the quarterback position. And, of course, obviously his performance is going to be crucial tonight.
Johnson, a sophomore, as he will operate from the shotgun to open up this game. First down and 10 out at the 35-yard line. He'll hand it off on the right side. A little bit of a gain, maybe about 4 yards. That's going to be Zach Jackson. They're going to rely a lot tonight on Jackson, Coach.
For sure, there's no question about that. And you know, he's 5'7", 161, not the biggest running back around, but I think that 4 or 5 yards on first down is going to be real crucial for Fayette County. You know, they'd like to keep the football away from this Gordo offense, and that's a positive start to this series for sure.
Very young offense as they will start 2 sophomores and a freshman offensively for the Tigers. They'll try Jackson again as he bounces it outside, and he will dive close to first down yardage. Looks like may have reached the 45-yard line. And it is going to be close. That is a good positive start for Fayette County. And if you've got a young quarterback making his first start and you can hand it out there on the left side, you got to look on the other side. Ryan Lawley, good look at that guy right there as he is sitting there on the Gordo Green Wave side. And you've got, again, 8th season, 83-14, 5 region titles for Lawley. And defensively, he's going to try to come up with a stop here as you've seen some positive yardage for Fayette County in the first couple of snaps. Back to Jackson, cuts it back. And as you said, Coach, 4 and 5 yards a gain.
Well, you saw his quickness right there. Terrell Mayberry, the outside linebacker, is going to have him centered up. And watch this little inside cut right here. Just slips right through. Mayberry was unblocked right at the point of attack, but real nice job of avoiding that and getting real positive yardage.
Should set up about second down, close to 5 yards. Good look at Jackson there as he's able to carry the load for the first 3 plays of the ball game. And you may see Fayette County slowing things down. You don't see them in too big a hurry. They go from a huddle, which is something we don't see a lot of anymore, Coach.
No, that's kind of a relic of the past right there. And, of course, they'd like to slow this game down a little bit.
Hand it off on the right side to Jackson again. Good, tough running. He'll pick up another first down. So Fayette County doing a pretty good job offensively moving the ball. And that head coach right there, we mentioned Coach Walden Tucker. First year back on the sidelines. He retired in 2010. He had 309 victories at that time and able to come back. He has posted 16 seasons where he's had 10 or more wins, and he's made the playoffs about 27 times in his coaching career.
And, of course, also has won a state championship. 38 seasons as a coach walking those sidelines, 28 years at Fayette County High School. His record at Fayette County is 233-99, 312-130 overall. As I said, he is a legend in this state.
Fayette County with another Amherst first down. They have it in Gordo territory. Here's Jackson, not as much success on the left side that time. He has had every carry to open up this game here. That's 5 straight to open it up as they lean on Jackson, the senior tailback for the Tigers.
Now, this will be the first time in this series, though, that they've gotten behind the change by down and distance. So we'll see what they come with right here on this second down and 9.
Second and long for the Tigers. That's classic rivalries right here. First pass coming up, in trouble, rolls away from it, stops, now going to have to look deep, throws it, going to be picked off. Threw it late, it is intercepted on the other end. That's going to be Ben Capps who will haul it in for the Green Wave. And the Gordo Green Wave take over offensively.
Well, Capps is the nickelback in this defense. He's one of the safeties, and he just really sat on that route, ended up underneath the receiver, and you can see that ball is going to be thrown right to him. You can see he was wide open and made a nice catch. Of course, from a Fayette County perspective, the bad part about that, he's a defensive back.
Johnson just ill-advised throw there into double coverage, so he's picked off, and here come the Gordo Green Wave offensively. Christopher Neal, the quarterback for Gordo. As you'll see a lot of players playing both ways. Handoff, deep back, caught in the backfield is Williams. He will fight forward for a few yards. Good play defensively that time as Lloyd able to hang on and bring him down.
Yeah, real nice open field tackle there. You see Christopher Neal, the backup quarterback, plays a little wide receiver as well, 5'10", 169-pound junior. He'll also handle the punting duties for Gordo. I bet he hopes he doesn't punt much.
He'll hand it off again, and Fayette defense up for the stop again. You look at Neal replacing a guy like Tanner Bailey, who is really all everything when you talk about Gordo. Already offered by pretty much everybody in the SEC, Oregon, Michigan, teams like that. He is a 4-star quarterback. Injured his collarbone a couple of weeks ago against Northridge. They do expect him back for the playoffs, but right now it is Christopher Neal's show.
Yeah, and this is his the second game that Gordo has had without him, and the shock of that should be over with, and you always have to adapt your offense a little bit.
3rd and 7. Neal going to try to run for it. Good move. Loses the football. It's tapped around. And let's see, scramble for it on the sideline. I believe Fayette did come up with it. And they did. It looks like Fayette County back-to-back turnovers, one by each team, and now the Tigers have it.
Well, this is always one of the things you really worry about when a guy has to change positions or come in as a backup quarterback. The rhythms are obviously a little bit different, and you can see that ball's supposed to be high and tight. It's out there just a little bit, but a big hit is what knocks that loose. And look at those orange jerseys swarm to the football. Big, big turnover.
Getting on it on the other side and pulling it in. The green wave, so they will have it. Or Fayette County will now take it 1st down and 10. And a whistle will stop play before we get it underway. But both quarterbacks responsible for turnovers here early. As we said, really not a lot of experience on either side at the QB position.
Well, and when you have inexperienced quarterbacks like that, as we see the false start signal, that's the thing you always worry about from a coaching perspective. And what quarterbacks have to first learn is the first thing that they've got to do is they got to keep from losing the game. Mm-hmm. Take care of the football, get us in the right play, manage the game. And once you learn how to do that, then the other things happen.
After the false start, make it 1st and 15. Said Johnson, the sophomore quarterback in there. See, will drop back, look to go to the air again, gets pressure, breaks out of it. Good move by Johnson to escape, and a spin move, and he's going to bring it across the 40-yard line down to the 39 for an Amherst 1st down. How did he get out of that one, Coach?
I tell you what, he showed some real good escapability. You can see that's got him pumped up pretty good.
I say, it looked like he was going to be dropped for a big loss.
Yeah,
spins away from it, keeps the legs going, and then all of a sudden, hey, there's green grass.
Yeah, he got big pressure, obviously, from the left side of the screen. Sensed that very well. Nice little spin move, got him to the outside, got him clean, and picked up a big 1st down.
Another Amherst 1st down for Fayette County. That's 3 of them here early. Back to the running game. Jackson hitting the backfield. Wow. He was walloped back there. Big number 10, Glass, able to come in for a stop in the backfield.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd be long before we'd see Xavier Glass make his presence known. You can see he fills hard inside that time. Just runs right through the block of the H-back right there. Makes a big hit in the backfield.
In the middle of that defense, Bird at 6'1", 475. As he's able to come in for a big stop there.
I'm sorry, Tommy. I thought you said 475.
Yeah, that's the size. Tell you what, he is a mammoth of a man in there.
Well, he plugs the middle.
This time, hit from behind as he throws it, going to be incomplete. But Johnson, one thing I'm liking already, Coach, from Johnson, when he scrambles out, he's keeping his eyes downfield. He's not definitely just looking down and immediately pulling to run. He's still looking for an open receiver.
There's our big man right there, and folks know he does not have his jersey on backwards. I mean, that is a big, big man right there, 475 pounds.
And I tell you what, he has got a firm foundation, and talk about that. Ox Foundation's bringing you each and every week high school football right here on WOTM. He'll step out and get a little break there. 6'1", 475. Hey, only a junior, by the way. Still got time to grow.
Well, and he moves around a little pretty. You notice in long yardage situations, they take him out.
Well, long yard. Oh, wow. Belly to back suplex right there. Crashing the party is going to be Mayberry as he gets in the backfield and gets Johnson, and I believe that one may draw the yellow flag.
Yeah, I think the reverse suplex might have gotten him. Terrell Mayberry with a big hit right there, but they try to protect these quarterbacks in this day and time.
We'll discuss the officials there talking about it, but I believe they will get Mayberry. He had him, I think, just lifting him off the ground and kind of, like you said, doing the old suplex. So let's see what we get here from the officials. A couple of flags are down, so we got holding.
Offense.
Okay. and that's on Fayette County.
Personal foul. Defense. All set. Third down.
So we'll replay third down. Offsetting penalties. Had a hold. And if you're Blake Johnson, you want to know who was holding, because pretty much everybody was in the backfield pretty quickly, especially when you talk about Mayberry.
Well, and I tell you, I think you can see why that he is a prize recruit for Austin Peay University. He's 6'7", 205. Obviously some pretty good strength in his upper body and his legs, and pretty quick. Now, I think one of the big things in this game so far, Tommy, is so far Fayette County has shown an absolute complete inability to protect their quarterback at all. There's been a Gordo defender in the backfield on virtually every pass they've tried to throw, and the Tigers are going to have to correct that.
Here it's third down and 12. So Johnson this time able to get rid of it, throws it up for grabs, and almost a fantastic catch at the 11. Good coverage out there by Oglen as he was defending Billups on the play. Check that, defending Walker on the play.
Yeah, pretty good throw that time by Johnson. He gave it a chance. Watch him get it up and over the defender. But nice job by Wilder of playing through the hands and knocking that ball to the ground.
So Westbrook in punt formation for the Tigers. Here on fourth down at about 12. He'll try to pin Gordo deep. We got a whistle to stop play here, as the officials will take the timeout. As Gordo takes the break, we do as well. No score here in Fayette.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Don't just dream it. Call Family Savings Credit Union. Right now, get something you want for as low as 2.24% APR. You can even apply online or by phone. Family Savings Credit Union, where your money grows with you and your family.
Fayette County able to punt the football away. Gordo will have it first down and 10.
Tommy, one real quick correction. We got some double numbers there. That was Hunter Oglen, the South Alabama commit, that broke up that last deep pass before the punt, just to get the bookkeeping straight.
And great camera work, and I'm gonna tell you that was great coverage, and just a great football play. I mean, there was not contact. They both went for the ball, and just a good play by both sides.
Yeah, but you notice Oglen was able to get his hands between the receiver's hands, and that's always the key for a defensive back.
Gordo on first down, handoff, bouncing around, cutting it all the way across the green, and they'll bring it out. But you see right here.
Watch the green gloves.
Yeah.
See how he gets those hands in between the receivers.
And never quit fighting. He just goes up, and the hands are up there the whole time. That is awesome defense right there.
That really is, and that's the key to defensive back play. You got to be able to play the ball in the air. Offensively, Rashawn Williams, the sophomore running back, very nice cutback on that last run, picked up about 8 yards.
Call it second and a couple. Gonna look deep. Got a man and cannot connect. He had Billups behind the defense there, overshoots him. And it's going to bring up third and a couple now.
Yeah, rush that throw just a little bit. I think he had a little bit more time to kind of measure that throw a little bit. Billups definitely had a step on the fly pattern. Wouldn't be a bit surprised to see him go back to that later on in this game.
4.5 minutes left. Third and actually about 2.5 here. And it'll be Williams getting the call, makes the first man miss, lowers a shoulder, and looks like he is across the down marker. That's good for an Amherst first down. They may have to measure there. Looked like it was pretty clear.
At the 27-yard line, first and 10. Gordo.
They will say first down.
Yeah, just running the zone right here. Tough going inside, but good job of picking his way. Picks up that big first down.
Neal. Back it goes to Williams. Williams very patiently finding his way through a hole. He's going to rip off another 8 to 9 yard gain.
Another good job of running that zone. You know, the key to running the zone play is to press that cut right at the line of scrimmage. And you're going to watch. He's going to get right on the heels of his offensive lineman and watch the inside cut back against the grain, against north and south. Good, tough running by that young man.
So he got second and short last time they tried to hit one deep. See if Neal wants to go to the air here. See Williams there getting a little breather. Second down. We'll call it a short 2 this time. Neal does drop back. He will go deep again. He's got his man again. Billups makes the catch. Was he inbound? Yes, he was. And a fantastic catch, and that's good for an first down for the Green Waves.
I just went right back to the go route again. That's just straight down the field to Billups. And you can see that throws measured a little bit more. And here's the key. Ball's over the outside shoulder. Nice concentration on the catch, and you notice where that ball is placed, the defender has no chance because the receiver's body is between the ball and the defender. Just great execution on both ends.
Well placed by Neal for a big first down all the way down to the 36-yard line. To the running game, right side, bouncing off defenders. Picking up good yardage that time is Edwards.
Yeah, ran the outside zone that time, and nice blocking at the point of attack. And I'll tell you what, these Gordo running backs, they get downhill in a hurry.
Move it down to the 21, second down and short. Gordo hits one deep, first big chunk play of the ball game. And Gordo is on the move here. Back on the right side, breaking through a gap, walking in, 5, touchdown. Williams rips a 21-yard touchdown run, and Gordo is on the board early with 2:35 left in the first.
Well, this is the inside zone again. Blocked very well up front. You know, those combination blocks get to the second level. And again, watch Williams press this cut right at the line of scrimmage. That's textbook right there. That's exactly the way that you teach it. Good running in the secondary. And that's how you run the zone.
And credit the big uglies up front. A great hole. And able to get in for 6. Extra point coming up right here. And that's going to be Billups who will put it up. And the officials say no good. Wide to the right. 6-0. Here's your score early.
Students learn sportsmanship from us, our coaches, the administration of the school, the parents. That's how we learn sportsmanship. Sportsmanship is one of the greatest tools that we can give our student athletes. It's respecting the game you're playing. It's respecting your opponent, respecting the field of play. That's what good sportsmanship is, and enjoying the game while you're playing.
Gordo with a kick. And the return again, trying to get some positive yardage. Coming to the near side is Jackson as he'll turn the corner across the 40, and Jackson carries Gordo defenders out to the 45-yard line. Couple of good kickoff returns for Jackson, and Gordo with good field position.
Yeah, it's gotten them really good field position.
And it's Moore again. Let me correct myself. That's 3 instead of 4. Moore able to get the big kickoff return.
You know, we had a chance to look at him a little bit on film. He does a lot of things for the Tigers. Kind of an edge player defensively, a H-back on offense, and of course is their primary kick returner. He's a good reason why we featured him.
So let's see if Fayette County can answer. Blake Johnson, sophomore quarterback. He'll go to Jackson. And Jackson hit at the line of scrimmage, able to fall forward, pick up some positive yardage there. It'll be second down and long.
Now, not getting the 4 and 5 yards on first down here as the game has gone on, if they did early, And of course, especially with an inexperienced quarterback, that down and distance becomes even more crucial.
Second down. And needing to reach about 6.5 yards to go here as they'll come to the line. Johnson going to go to the air. Got pressure. Can he escape it? And nope, he's going to be brought down in the backfield. That's going to be Mayberry and Glass as they combine to bring him down. It'll be 3rd and long for the Tigers.
Yeah, Mayberry does a nice job. He sees he can't get there initially. Watch him on the very left side of your screen. He's double teamed. He spins back to the inside, retraces himself, and does a nice job of making the tackle outside in.
We talked about those two guys being recruited heavily by Austin Peay. They know the way to Gordo. They've also been in contact with Bennett Davis as well. So 3 of those guys, and you saw that one play right there. Austin Peay would be very lucky to have a couple of guys like that can combine and make plays in the backfield.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been both those young men have been very impressive.
Johnson back, going in the flats and looking out here for Walker. We're not on the same page, so it's going to fall incomplete and bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Walker ran about a 10-yard turn-in route, and Johnston threw the ball to the outside. Miscommunication right there. And
so
quick offensive series.
Westbrook going to have to punt the football away for Fayette County. So after the good kickoff return, 3 and out, and there's Javen Westbrook, 6'4", 230, a 10th grader. A lot of young talent for this Fayette County team. Westbrook kicks it away. And he fielded. And good return yardage. Bringing it back the other way is Oglen. And it's good field position once again for Gordo. Of course, don't forget each and every Wednesday night, we've got all the AHSAA information you can handle. It's again hosted by John Hoder, AHSAA Weekly. They'll talk to the coaches that are going to be involved on Thursday night's game, as well as take a look at some of our Central Board standouts and a whole lot of great information. That's every Wednesday at 6:30 right here on WOTM. You don't want to miss that one. Gordo leading by 6. They come back out offensively. And as we said in the opening, 2 backup quarterbacks in this game. Christopher Neal, as he is running the show for the Green Wave, and he will roll out to the right. Now going to tuck it under and try to run with it as he will race across the 40 out to the 41-yard line. He wanted to swing it out, saw that wasn't there, Coach, and he just turned it up.
Yeah, and I think that if I had to guess, I think what he's been schooled into this point is look for your primary. If it's not there, tuck it down and get us 4 yards. And he runs with some authority. You know, he's listed on their roster as a wide receiver defensive back.
Doing a good job here in this opening stanza, leading 6-0 as that is the end of the first. Gordo going for the region championship. They're up by 6.
Hot under the collar because your basement is full of water? Call a local company you can trust. Ox Foundation Solutions. We use the most advanced water management system to stop water from invading your basement for good. Things feeling a little uneven at home? Ox Foundation Solutions will fix your uneven concrete sidewalk, driveway, or basement in no time. Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Wanting to save a Nissan Silicon.
Prices are falling with up to $4,000 off MSRP on new 2020 Rogue Sports and payments as low as $375 a month. That's right, up to $4,000 off MSRP on new 2020 Rogue Sports and payments as low as $375 a month. Plus, take advantage of 0% APR financing for up to 72 months.
The right people, a better customer experience. Serranisa of Silicon.
Thanks to Sarah Automotive, our sponsor of the Red Zone here on WOTM High School Football every Thursday night. Appreciate the folks there, General Manager Don Wood, all the folks at Tony Sarah Ford, Sarah Nissan, and Sarah Honda, the Sarah Automotive Red Zone. Gordo football, keep it on the left side. That's Neal, and he will bring it across for another first down. And you talked about it. He's listed as a wide receiver, so he has some experience with the football. And you see right here, Coach, when he gets football, he can take it the distance. He's a very elusive runner.
Yeah, he's got some speed, and you can see that a very well-designed play right there. Very well defended, too. Showed the speed, sweep action to the offense's right, but then the ball is run back to the left for the quarterback keeper. As we see that
may have had a flag on the
penalty.
far side. Let's see.
We're going to get a call right here.
Yeah, it was after the
Personal
play.
foul. Offense.
Wow.
15-yard penalty. Second down.
So that's going to be a dead ball, 15-yard penalty against Gordo, and that's going to back them up. That's a big penalty.
Yeah, you don't know whether that's a little extracurricular or somebody said some stuff that they didn't need to say, but nevertheless, as you said, that's a drive killer right there. See if Gordo can overcome it.
We'll move it back about the 36-yard. Check that, about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know whether that orange jersey moving left to right on your screen late was a hit after the whistle or what, but nevertheless, it's 15 yards. If we get a look at Coach Lally.
What a job he's done.
Oh, yeah, 83-14 is no slouch.
Been there for a while. Played actually at Marion County, then spent 11 seasons as a assistant at Gordo, then became the head coach in 2013, so his 8th season. He's got his team ranked number 4 in Class 4A here in 2020. To the running game. Williams hit, spins, can't get away. That's a good play defensively. Pinkerton from linebacker spot able to come in there and hang on and bring down Williams.
Yeah, I think that's the outside linebacker to that side. Saw the zone play coming to him. Check at the inside linebacker. See him scrape right in the middle of your screen. Plays it inside out just like you're supposed to, and grabs one big calf in each hand and pulls him in.
Second down and about 12 now. This Gordo offense. Neal wants to dump it off. He does. Williams finding running room. Got some blockers in front. Spins away. Won't go down. And he will grab massive yardage for an first down. Gordo on the move inside the 40-yard line.
Well, this screen is set up really nice right here. You can see the orange shirts are drawn in. The ball's dumped. You see the wave of the white jerseys out front, and they pick off those defenders. And what a nice job also of picking his way and breaking tackles, again, by Rayshawn Williams.
The green wave on the move. Ball at the 33-yard line. We may have a player injured here, so let's take a quick break and come back with more. Gordo leading by 6 here in Fayette.
Falling to save at Tony said for Silicago.
Keep more cash for back to school with 0% APR financing for up to 72 months and up to $13,000 off MSRP on new Ford trucks. Plus, we've got guaranteed credit approval and up to $4,000 over KBB value for your trade when you upgrade to a new Ford.
The right people, a better customer experience, and nobody beats our bottom line price. Nobody.
Your health is everything. It is your wealth. Your family's wealth. Being and staying healthy is the only security you can give to yourself and loved ones, your family. With a multifaceted approach to health and wellness, our family will assist and guide you in that quest. Live responsibly. Join our family. Call and make your appointment today.
Gordo from the 40.
First down and 10 for the Green Wave as they have it inside the 39-yard line. They'll hand it off right side. And to carry that time is Isaiah Edwards. Another stop by Pinkerton.
Tommy, I do think we need to mention that the injured player for Fayette County was Kendrick Moore. I don't know the result of the injury, but obviously if he is out, that would be a huge blow to the Tigers.
Gordo on the move at the 37-yard line. Second down and 8 for the Green Wave. Go back left side, and not a lot of running room again for Edwards. Good play defensively, leading the way for Fayette County that time. On the stop is number 24, And that is going to be Burris.
Yeah, got a 2 tight end set that time, ran a little fold play to the left side, but very well defended by that young man right there, Ja'Cory Burris, 5'8", 182-pound junior.
So 3rd down and 7 now. More than likely in 2-down territory for the Green Wave here. As Neal rolls out to the near side, flips it out, and diving effort, but it will short hop. Trying to find Edwards out here. They can't connect, so now 4th down.
Yeah, came out with bootleg action, gave a run to the right of your screen, came back with a boot. Just the ball underthrown just a little bit, and not able to come up with a catch right there to bring up, as you said, this 4th down situation.
We'll call it 4th and 7 here. Look at Walden Tucker there. He's been, as we said, 309 wins in his career. 4th and 7. Green Wave going to have to convert here to keep the drive alive, so Neal will roll out to the near side and slips down as he goes to make a move. Tried to cut it back, and it will be a stoppage on downs here. Fayette County offense will be out there.
Yeah, I wanted to sprint out to the right and run a little layered route, but as you can see, he's pulled up right there, and as he makes his cut up field, slips on the turf, and big stop by Fayette County.
So the Tigers have the football, 1st down and 10, as they will come back out offensively and try to get something going. They've really relied on the running game here early. Coach Tucker, no headset on the sideline. Just good old-fashioned football here in Fayette. Johnson and Jackson in the backfield. It'll be Jackson. He runs hard. He'll bring it out at the 44-yard line. He's been impressive now. When he gets football, he is north and south, and he's getting there in a hurry.
Ball spotted at the 44-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, 5.
And Coach Tucker, one more time. We tried to get up with him this week, and
a Renaissance man.
How about no cell phone, no email, and when we say old school, that's it, man. That is. He says, "Hey, I just coach football. That's what I do."
I'll tell you something. When you got 38 seasons and 300 wins, you can do whatever you want to.
You do it the way you want to. Jackson on the left side, but keeping it simple. You know, and I tell you, a lot of coaches might say, you know what, I wish I could do that and go back to the days of that way.
Ball spotted at the 48-yard line.
That's going to be close to them first down. Let's see, do they get it? No, going to be shy by about a yard here, so we'll say 3rd and a yard to go.
You know, it's been 10 years since he's walked those sidelines, and
he's going to take a timeout. We'll take it as well. Gordo still leads.
Hot under the collar because your basement is full of water? Ox Foundation Solutions has the expertise and the know-how to repair cracks, wet basements and crawl spaces, and uneven floors in your home. Ox Foundation Solutions will come up with the right fix for you. It's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong.
I'm Alan Parnell, the Parnell Insurance Agency. For 28 years, we've provided our clients in Alabama and Georgia with home, automobile, life, business insurance, and surety bonds. Our Oxford personal line staff is Michelle, Christy, Elisa, and Ty. Our Oxford administrative staff is Alan, Amber, Carrie, and Ty. We invite you to come to one of our offices in Oxford, Alabama, or Tallapoosa, Georgia, and discuss your insurance needs with one of our insurance professionals.
3rd-ranked Clay Chalkville, 4th-ranked Plinson Valley coming your way tomorrow night on Friday Night Rivals. We'll have that replay for you Saturday morning at 9 a.m. So good football all weekend right here on WOTM. Tough running, but you can't get away from the entire Green Wave for sure on that one. Nowhere to run. And a big loss on the play for Grant as he tries to get some positive yardage.
Yeah, just a 9th grader right there. Grant shows some pretty good strength. And somebody might have grabbed a little medal right there.
Did they catch that one? Let's see it. Reaching in right there late. You know, and got to be frustrating for Coach Ryan
5
Lawley.
yards. Still third down.
You had the big stop, and Spain comes in. He has him going down, and just that right hand grabs the face mask, and really not necessary at all to bring him on down. But that'll set up 3rd and a yard now. So frustrating penalty there for Gordo. 3rd and a long yard. They will run the half option, I'll call it. Handoff left side, hit, spinning, falling forward, and reaching midfield. Looks like an Amherst first down. And good hard running that time by Charles Grant. He's a freshman.
Yeah, shifted the strength of the formation into the boundary to try to get a numbers advantage, but Gordo adjusts well. I tell you, this young running back now, he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he's shown some body strength right there as he about gets separated from the upper half of his body by Bennett Davis. The senior defensive tackle, 5'10", 251-pound, another recruit for the Austin Peay Governors. Yeah, the OVC champs have been pretty active in Gordo, Alabama.
They know the route for sure. You mentioned the way that Grant is running the football, and it's basically he just refuses to go down. We got a sideline warning there against Fayette County. Coach Tucker says, hey, we used to not have those. Tell you what.
Well, you get certain. I remember when I was at Troy, we played Georgia Southern when Erskine Russell was, was patrolling those sidelines, and I tell you what, he would have needed a bottom of the numbers warning because he never was on that side of the sideline. He spent the whole game, about where the top of the numbers were, and Coach Tucker probably gets the same governance.
Gonna look deep. Chunking it down there, got a man, and he couldn't find the ball. Looked up and just couldn't locate it. He falls behind him, intended for Lloyd out there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, a couple of things that could be significant. He was behind the Gordo defender, which shows you that he can get deep. And the protection that time for Johnson was pretty good. Errant throw, but the pocket was clean that time, and we haven't seen much of that tonight.
It looked like there at the end, Walker just kind of ventured in a little bit and had a little opportunity to catch it, just went right behind his head.
I don't know whether he faded to the middle of the field or it was a called post route that was just, poorly thrown to the outside, but miscommunication either way.
2nd and 10, right around midfield. And they're not going to get it off. They probably, looks like, burned another timeout. That time, confusing. So we'll take a timeout and come back with more on 2nd and 10.
Sloan with the City of Oxford, with a word about one of our city's most precious resources, water. Clean water enriches our lives in so many ways, but we cannot afford to take it for granted. Remember, every time you pour something unnatural down the drain or in the environment, and every time you litter, our beautiful lakes and creeks suffer. Our city is beautiful. Let's all join together to keep it that way. Stop pollution where it starts, and help protect our waters for life.
Vincent Valley Clay Chalkville tomorrow night from Drew Gilmer Stadium. Starts at 7 o'clock. Friday Night Rivals on My 68. We'll have that replay for you Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. We'll run the screen here and hit in the backfield. Good running and trying to get something going. That's Moore back in there offensively, so good to see him back in the ball game.
It's a nice job by Xavier and Glass to try to run a little slip screen outside. They got some blockers out front. Excuse me. First hit there is made by number 7, Corbett McCracken, the linebacker, and then Glass cleans it up, but very well diagnosed. It looked at first like the Tigers were going to get down that sideline for a big one, but great reaction by the Gordo defense.
3rd down and 8. County trying to get on the scoreboard here. They trail by 6. Pass catch made at the 40-yard line and scrambling forward. That is a good, tough catch across the middle. Tim Walker hauls it in. And let's see, that looks good enough for an Amherst first down. I mean, he delivered a strike right there, Coach.
Yeah, that was the best thrown ball of the night by that young man. Just a little hitch route to the outside. Ran the inside defender off with a quick slant. Ball right below the numbers, right where you want it. Nice throw and catch and a big first down for Fayette County.
Just 39-yard line, Fayette County. New set of downs here. Back to the running game. Hit in the backfield and popped and dropped is going to be Grant. Tried to leap a defender. Billups came up, wrapped the legs, and there was nowhere to go but down.
Well, it's so difficult to get a blocker on the free safety, and that time Billups was playing almost as an extra linebacker, but I think I see a little more laundry on the field there, Tommy.
And I believe this may go against that Fayette County offense. Thrown in the area of holding, and I believe that's what is the initial indication here. County.
Holding on the offense. Penalties decline. Second down.
That will allow that play to stand, making it second down and long now for the Tigers.
From the 43-yard line.
He'll lose about 4 on the play, making it second and about 13. Coach Lolly's defense, pretty tough bunch. They're on the road tonight. Johnson going to try to pass again. Drops back, throws it out, and looking out there for Moore. They can't connect. Moore had a little step there, Coach.
Yeah, I really did. I tell you, they ran double post to the right side of your screen, and they're going to slip Moore all the way across from the H-back position. And, I mean, he's going to be open. That would have been a big one right there. Caught him in man coverage. If they would have hit that, he might have gone down the sideline and scored.
Looks like Fayette's going to take another timeout right here, trying to set things up with 6:06 left here in this first half. In a 6-0 lead for Gordo. You know, you talk about Thursday nights have been some great games throughout the season, and Coach, next Thursday night going to be a massive showdown in Class 5A. Ramsey and Pleasant Grove. Pleasant Grove number 1, Ramsey number 3
massive
in the last poll. And it's going to be fun.
Massive. That's the word right there.
That's a massive one right there.
Two really good football teams.
That's going to be the clash next Thursday night in Class 5A for a region championship. Then out of region to wind up the Thursday night season, another dandy at Lamar Field in Oxford as the Central Phoenix City Red Devils will travel to take on the top-ranked team in Class 6A, the Oxford Yellow Jacks. And again, WOTM football on the WOTM each and every Thursday night, presented by Ox Foundation Solutions. We appreciate those guys so much, as we've got a dandy of a finish here in these last few weeks.
A couple of heavyweight title fights right there.
This one right here is shaping up pretty good right now,
sure
partners. 6-0. Gordo with a lead, but Fayette County not going to go away. Pressure, steps up and slips out of that, and if he gets to the other side, he may have some running room. He does make it, and he's going to turn it upfield, trying to get toward the pylon and be pushed out of bounds. So he will be shy of the first down, it would appear, but that's good effort from Blake Johnson right there just to escape.
Well, as you saw from the right side of your screen, Glass is going to come on a little X stunt to the outside. He's clean, but he can't make the tackle. And a nice job by Johnson of matriculating to the outside and picking up some nice yardage. Not going to be a first down, but that's yardage you're going to add to this punt now. In a game of field position, that yardage is real important.
Westbrook boots it away for the Tigers. Bobbled, dropped, and then dropped by the Tigers there. That is good coverage downfield by Driver as he'll get the stop. Or check that, 35 Sanford. I had 33 there, but Sanford makes the stop. That will pin Gordo back deep. Injury on the field, so we'll take a break right here and come back with more. It'll be Gordo football in just a moment.
Falling to save Tony Serra for Silicaro.
Keep more cash for back to school with 0% APR financing for up to 72 months and up to $13,000 off MSRP on new Ford trucks. Plus, we've got guaranteed credit approval and up to $4,000 over KBB value for your trade when you upgrade to a new Ford.
The right people, a better customer experience, and nobody beats our bottom line price. Nobody.
Your health is everything. It is your wealth. Your family's wealth. Being and staying healthy is the only security you can give to yourself and loved ones, your family. With a multifaceted approach to health and wellness, our family will assist and guide you in that quest. Live responsibly. Join our family. Call and make your appointment today.
Your player checking out, and that was on the return there. Edwards kind of got rolled up awkwardly. He'll check out.
It's one of their inside receivers.
We'll go back to the running game. Try the left side. Not a lot of room there for Williams. He just kind of veers off to the left side. They picked up a yard at most. It's going to bring up second down and long. And Fayette County defense has played well, Coach.
Yeah, they have. That may have been Javen Westbrook, a 6'4", 230-pound defensive end is right in the middle of that. Yes, they have. They, of course, gave up the one score, but they've been pretty salty.
Second down and
Gordo 6-1, ranked number 4 in Class 4A, and that lone loss coming to Northridge. Going to go deep here, looking down and almost picked off. That time Sanford had great coverage down the near sideline. They were looking for Billups. He's going to bring up third and long. Good coverage.
He's not only stride for stride. I mean, he's got a step on the receiver right here. I mean, he is definitely in phase, as they say in the defensive trade, and real nice coverage.
So third down and 9.
I tell you, Neal showed a little arm strength.
Put it out there. This Fayette County defense wants to come up with a stop, and you look, chance to flip the field right here. Neal got time. Time running out now, throws it out in the flats and incomplete. He was looking out there for Caps. Could not find him. So now it's punting time for Gordo. And Fayette County stands to get very good field position.
Yeah, Neal didn't look real set on that throw. The ball sailed on him just a little bit. And I think it's a key part of this game now for Fayette County. If they get great field position right here, they need to turn it into points.
Christopher Neal in punt formation.
As Neal will punt the football away.
For the Tigers.
See if Fayette County can get some kind of return and have a shot here. And he will boot it away. And in trouble, bounces off. And I believe Gordo may have gotten in trouble. I believe Gordo's got the football. That time you saw, Coach, you saw him kind of fading for Fayette County. And it was Schlurb. As he kind of came up, didn't know if he wanted to try to field it or not, tried to field it on the hop, and that's always going to be disaster.
Well, the thing you have to do as a punt returner is you have to be decisive. You either have to run up there and catch the ball, or you got to get out of there. Of course, he takes a pretty good pop right there too, right at the end. But you just can't drift on that ball and kind of hedge the bet, so to speak. And of course, he's just a ninth grader. He's going to learn.
So Gordo will have it first down and 10 at the 43-yard line. Green Wave with 4:10 to operate. Neal sets up the screen, dumps it off. Nowhere to run, and good play defensively again by the Tigers. Westbrook leads the charges.
Yeah, Zach Jackson was in there as well. They're going to try to run that little dump-off screen again. Try to get the running back hid right there. You got a wall of blockers in front, but watch those orange shirts split them. Kind of a sandwich there between Westbrook and Jackson.
So gain of a couple, second down and 8. Back to the run. Cuts back against the grain. Coming this way is going to be Williams. And he's going to be hit. Ball pops loose, and jumping on it is Fayette County. The stop and the strip and the recovery And Fayette County's got the football. Kazire gets the recovery.
Yeah, this is really good swarming defense. Watch right here, zone play to the left. Watch him try to bounce it to the outside. Now watch the Tiger defense string it out. Big hit on the ball, stripped loose right there. Really nice pickup right there. And that's the field position that Fayette County was looking for.
Moore gets the strip, and now 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line for Fayette County. Tigers come in 3-4 on the year. Gordo 6-1. Right now, Fayette County giving them all they want.
Really good field position. Just got a turnover. Wonder if they'll try to get the big one.
Johnson going to go for it. Throwing it deep. Double coverage. Tipped around. Incomplete.
Yeah, tried to get the home run right off the bat. And as we've seen, J.T. Billups in the center of that Green Wave defense can cover a lot of ground. You can see him coming from right to left. That's just what a safety's supposed to do. Gets on top of that. And really a nice job of playing defense by the receiver, or that one would have been picked.
Billups and Oglen are a tough couple to make a living to throwing the football on.
Yes, sir.
I mean, they are really in great position, it seems like, on every pass. That's kind of tough to make something happen against those two. Right now, 2nd and 10. We'll drop back again. This time on the outside catch is going to be made inside the 30, down about the 25-yard line. That is a good reception on a good pass. Lloyd hauls it in, but you're seeing Johnson just gain confidence as the game goes on.
Throws are much more authoritative. You know, cleared out again with the outside receiver, ran a little square out pattern at about 10 yards, and that's a bullet right on the money by Blake Johnson for the completion and a big 1st down for the Tigers.
And first down for Fayette County. They've got the football at the 25-yard line. In the backfield is Johnson. Jackson, he'll get the handoff right side, finds a good little block. Jackson going to take it down to about the 26-yard line. Or check that, about the 21-yard line, about 4 on the carry.
Of course, down here, what you want to do is you want to stay ahead of the chains. 4 down territory, as I think we've got 1 down.
Player down for Gordo here. But you see, Coach, and you bring this up a lot, when you stay ahead of the chains, you are a much better offense, and that's what we've seen so far here in this first half when you talk about Fayette County. And again, we appreciate all the folks that bring you high school football every Thursday night. At Ox Foundation Solutions, they have been with us since day one. We sure appreciate the folks there, Kevin Weber and the gang at Ox Foundation Solutions, proud presenting sponsor of high school football right here on WOTM. We'll take a timeout for the injured player and come back in just a moment.
Hot under the collar because your basement is full of water? Ox Foundation Solutions has the expertise and the know-how to repair cracks, wet basements and crawl spaces, and uneven floors in your home. Ox Foundation Solutions will come up with the right fix for you. It's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong.
I'm Alan Parnell of the Parnell Insurance Agency. For 28 years, we've provided our clients in Alabama and Georgia with home, automobile, life, business insurance, and surety bonds. Our Oxford personal line staff is Michelle, Christy, Elisa, and Ty. Our Oxford administrative staff is Alan, Amber, Carrie, and Ty. We invite you to come to one of our offices in Oxford, Alabama or Tallapoosa, Georgia, and discuss your insurance needs with one of our insurance professionals.
Jackson on the carry for Fayette County. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 2.
Boy, it's a big down right here.
About the 17-yard line. They'll go to Jackson. He's hit, and I don't think he got there. They're in the Sarah Automotive red zone, but now facing 4th down. Not a lot of push that time, Coach.
No, there really wasn't. I want to say that was Corbett McCracken that I think is going to split the combination block. Gets in the backfield. And, you know, I think when you're the underdog, I don't think you win games like this by kicking field goals. 4th and 3, you could make a real case for going for it right here. And it looks like that's exactly what Fayette County is going to do.
Yeah, he will lose about a half yard on that one, so we'll call it 4th down and 3. Johnson brings him to the line. Play clock down to 12. Step back to throw the football. Throw it out there. Catch is made inside the 15 to about the 11-yard line. Hauling that one in is going to be Lloyd. And I'm going to tell you, the little slant pass, he's got that.
Yeah, that's a little inside hitch route right there. And I tell you what, again, thrown with a lot of velocity, a real purpose. He drives that ball off his backside. Good-looking throw and catch.
I think Johnson's very comfortable throwing that. We're under a minute left here in this first half. Fayette County knocking on the door. Johnson flips it out there. A little confusion, and he will overshoot the intended receiver, Walker. Good coverage applied out there by Somerville as well.
Yeah, and the ball's thrown to the outside, and the route is back to the inside. Didn't quite get hooked up on that, but does stop the clock, which is important right here. And I guarantee you every one of those 38 years of coaching is being put to work right now.
Big opportunity here for Fayette County with 41 seconds left on the clock. Left in this first half. They can tie it up with a touchdown. Second down. They can get a first down without scoring. Johnson steps back, looks, got pressure, steps away from it. Now scampers on the outside, got some running room, trying to go to the corner, throws it late, and catch is going to be made. Where was he when he let the football go, though? Let's make sure he was not across the line. I believe he had crossed the line of scrimmage.
Well, we don't have a very good angle, Tommy, but it sure looks like you're right, though. It looks like he was over that line. Great job of escaping, seeing his receiver, but may have crossed that line of scrimmage.
It looks like, again, keep in mind, Johnson, just a sophomore, has not played a lot of quarterback. If he keeps the football and just heads for that pylon, I believe he may get in on the ground.
Yeah, he definitely had a shot.
So it will be a 5-yard penalty, as the official will discuss it right here for us.
Illegal forward pass on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
So second down. Now 31 seconds left on the clock. And moves it back to about the 17. Good play to get away by Johnson. I mean, just
escapes the blitz right here. And as you can say, there's a lot of green grass in front of him.
He'll drop back, look to the right, now come back to the left, throws it out there, and incomplete. A big pop at the 5-yard line. That's going to be a flag. That's going to be a personal foul targeting, it looks like, and that's going to get, it looks like Billups as he unloads on the receiver. And player still down there.
It was a little half roll and tried to throw back the post. Safety read it all the way and got a running start right on that. And we'll see what the flag's going to be.
Let's see if they get Billups for a hit up near the neck and head area. As you see Johnson there talking over with some of the coaches, and we've got the call here from the official.
Well, we'll go from 8 to 8.5. Okay. Personal foul, blindside block on the defense. Half the distance to the goal, still second down.
So we called it a blindside block, but that's on the defense, so that's going to be targeting pretty much. I think he may have used the wrong term, but it's still going to be half the distance to the goal to take it down to the 8.5-yard line. 21 seconds left on the clock. As the player is still down. They got one timeout, does Fayette County. And they are knocking on the door trying to tie things up here. And
pretty
like Lloyd able to get up. He took a pretty good pop there, Coach, right around the,
yes, he did.
Like I said, the head and neck area. That's a dangerous hit.
Well, you can see that, that he turned, the ball was away, and got popped right at that same time in a very vulnerable area. I think you can see the intensity on both sidelines in this game. Of course, this is a big rivalry. I think you said earlier these two teams started playing in 1917. That's not a rivalry. I don't know what is.
That's the definition of one right there. Fayette County still with second down here. 21 seconds left on the clock.
Second down, 6.
And ball at about the 8.5-yard line. Dropping back, looking down the middle, throws it. Oh, wow, almost picked off. right in there on top of that. Billups, as he is on the coverage, looking for Walker. Very dangerous pass across the middle.
Yeah, tried to run a double drag over the middle right there, and I think tried to lead the second of the two receivers, but I tell you, they might want to try somebody else besides throwing it towards J.T. Billups. He has shown that he is a ball hawk. You can see why North Alabama is all over him.
I think some of these old songs, Flirting with Disaster, I think that's what you're doing right there when you keep throwing in his direction. Third down. Looking, got pressure, and gonna go down. Time is down to 7 seconds. They do have a timeout left, and they'll call it with 5.8 seconds. We'll take the timeout and come back with more in just a moment.
With the City of Oxford, with a word about one of our city's most precious resources, water. Clean water enriches our lives in so many ways, but we cannot afford to take it for granted. Remember, every time you pour something unnatural down the drain or in the environment, and every time you litter, our beautiful lakes and creeks suffer. Our city is beautiful. Let's all join together to keep it that way. Stop pollution where it starts, and help protect our waters for life.
Fourth down at about 13. Let's see what Coach Walden Tucker dials up here. Offense still on the field. And they will go for it right here. And at the conclusion of the first half. Johnson's got Jackson in the backfield, and he'll drop back, looking, throwing it, and going to be incomplete. A flag comes in. And if that is a defensive penalty, there will be one untimed down, Coach.
From the 1 yard line.
Wow.
So the plot thickens.
Coverage out there by Oglen.
Couldn't exactly see the route. As you can tell, our cameraman is in row 38, seat 6, along with thousands of others.
So we'll see what you got with one untimed down, and it is the pass interference.
Defense, half the distance to the goal, still fourth down.
So half the distance, so about the 4.
Yeah, you can see
right there.
Little early. Gave you the right rule. I just gave you the wrong league.
Yard line. That's
the
right.
wrong league.
So here we go. Another chance for Fayette County.
Fayette will have one untimed
and try to get on the board here. As they will come to the line.
Or if they'll try to get Johnson outside of the pocket where he's got.
And I believe Gordo will call the timeout, try to get things set up defensively. They'd come up with kind of a bunch set. They'd brought trips over to the left side there. And so Coach Lolly, you see him there. He's going to try to get his defense set for that particular offensive set.
Of course, when you see those bunch sets down on the goal like this, you're going to see combination routes. Outside receivers coming in, inside receivers coming out, drag routes. I always thought a good thing to do around here was get your quarterback out of the pocket a little bit, get some layered routes where you've got a couple of choices to throw the ball and one to run, and try to really stretch that defense and create a crease. And I'll bet you that gentleman right there in the blonde hair knows just what to do.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We appreciate folks watching all across the state of Alabama, including those checking us out on WEAC TV 24 on Sparklight and Xfinity. And the folks watching in the Anniston, Oxford, Gadsden area, checking us out on TV 24 here tonight. We've seen a dandy of a first half, and it all comes down to one untimed down. 6-0 the score. Gordo leads. Fayette County going to go for the tie right here. Said Johnson and Jackson in the backfield. Going to be Johnson to the air, throws it out, and it is low. It is incomplete, and that is going to be it for the first half. Fayette County threatens, just cannot get on the board as the first half ends. You see Johnson look and just throws it behind his receiver. The defense was there, and we will head to the locker room. A 6-0 Gordo lead as they are up by a touchdown in this Class 4A Region 5 battle.
Don't crack under the pressure of foundation issues. The certified specialists at Ox Foundation Solutions can permanently fix foundation problems at the best price guaranteed. And did you know, moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills? Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Falling to Sela, Tony Sera for Silacaru.
Keep more cash for back to school with 0% APR financing for up to 72 months and up to $13,000 off MSRP on new Ford trucks. Plus, we've got guaranteed credit approval and up to $4,000 over KBB value for your trade when you upgrade to a new Ford.
The right people, a better customer experience, and nobody beats our bottom line price. Nobody.
In Alabama, there are two things we take serious: football and barbecue. And at August Barbecue, we take our business serious. Our meat is smoked daily to give you the freshest and best quality. Ask about our daily vegetable specials. And don't forget about our beef brisket, served up every Thursday and Friday. We have a great outdoor seating area to enjoy the best live music around every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Great service, great atmosphere, and great food. August Barbecue, you can taste the difference.
Here at halftime, Gordo leading 6-0 over Fayette County, Class 4A Region 5 showdown here on this Thursday night, presented by Ox Foundations. Tommy Wood along with Coach Rick Rhodes here at the half. And, Coach, you've got a team from Gordo coming in right at 40 points a game. And so far, you got to say this Fayette County defense has really done a great job.
Yeah, they really have. They've made plays when they've had to. Very intense football game on both sides. You can tell that Fayette County's playing inspired football. And as you look at the play by Johnson, the young quarterback, he seems to be getting a little more confidence as the game has gone on. From a Fayette County standpoint, it's too bad they couldn't have knocked that one in right before the half. That had given them a big lift. But down only 6-0 at halftime, they got to feel pretty good about things right now.
And that's one thing we talked about in the opening. You've got a team from Fayette County offensively. They've been up and down, have not been able to really establish any consistency on offense. I think tonight they found ways to move the football, and that's a credit to that coaching staff and this team with a backup quarterback, a lot of new faces offensively, a lot of young players, and they have really developed in the last few games to make some noise here.
Well, you know, they hit some passes in the second quarter to kind of get them going. The defense has played inspired football. Been very impressed with Gordo. You can tell it's a very well-polished football team, but to this point, Fayette County has traded punches with them on a pretty even scale.
Yeah, it's been a fun first half here, and a lot of highlights have taken place in this first half. But there are plenty of highlights around the state of Alabama when you talk about the AHSAA. Each and every week we get a chance to check out Holtzford's highlights. It's David Holtzford and all the highlights around the AHSAA.
This week, we're going to take you to around the state to 3 different games played on 3 different days for highlights around the state. And we will begin with the big matchup in Class 7A Region 3 from Hoover. Crosstown rivals Hoover and Spain Park. This is Spain Park's outstanding quarterback, Bennett Meredith, finding Jalen Ward. Look at this one-handed catch over on the Spain Park sidelines. As we look at a replay, down the sidelines, heavily defended. One hand up in the air, makes the grab, falls out of bounds, keeps his balance, both feet in bounds, and a nice snag by Jalen Ward from Bennett Meredith right over there on the sideline. But then Hoover comes right back. This is their outstanding quarterback, Josh Lundy, finding number 1, Malik Thomas, as he goes into the end zone, weaving his way through the Spain Park defenders for a Hoover touchdown. Two outstanding quarterbacks in this game, Lundy from Hoover and also Bennett Meredith from Spain Park, and two outstanding number 1s, Jalen Ward from Spain Park and Malik Thomas from Hoover. And then we're going to see, he took a big lick there at the end as well from the Spain Park defense, but finds a receiver right in the middle of 3 defenders from Spain Park and able to take it into the end zone for the final 20 yards and a touchdown for the Hoover Buccaneers in this big rival game. But then we go back to Spain Park, another outstanding play, and again, this is going to be Bennett Meredith finding Jalen Ward in the end zone for another touchdown in traffic. Big number 1 taking it right there in the end zone for the touchdown, the back of the end zone, all kind of orange jerseys in the area right there. Two outstanding throws and receptions by Spain Park from Bennett Meredith to Jalen Ward. Here's Meredith, plenty of time to throw. All kind of orange jerseys there. Defender goes up from Hoover trying to knock it away, misses. Great concentration there by number 1, Jalen Ward, as he brings it in. We'll see another look at this outstanding throw right on target once again, right into the heart of that Hoover defense. A nice throw and catch. Nice reception in the back of the end zone for the touchdown by their outstanding receiver from Spain Park, Jalen Ward, on a great throw from Bennett Meredith. As we take a look at that one more time, as he runs a great route and takes it in for the touchdown. Now we're going to bring you into Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. This is Fayetteville and B.B. Comer. This is going to be B.B. Comer's Devontae Carmichael breaking tackles and then walking his way into the end zone through the Fayetteville Wolves defense for a 40-yard touchdown run. B.B. Comer, a big win over Fayetteville. We'll take a look at the turf here at Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. Takes the direct snap in all kinds of traffic. Spin move, breaks 2 tackles, 3 tackles, 4 tackles, and spins away from that last tackle and then makes his way through white jerseys into the end zone. An outstanding touchdown run by Devontae Carmichael. That was another Friday night battle. Let's take you now to Saturday morning at the Crampton Bowl in Montgomery. And this is going to be Kevin Lilly with a touchdown reception from Reginald Davis. Outstanding touchdown reception right there. As that's going to be Kevin Lilly with a great reception right there into the end zone for the touchdown. Reginald Davis from Kevin Lilly. Look at that great throw into the end zone. Kind of hung up there for a while. The defender from Lee fell down, but Opelika able to bring it back in, kind of juggled it at the end. Great reception over there by Reginald Davis, taking it into the end zone. Look at that, juggled the ball, kept his concentration. It was a wet field, rained all during the game down at the Crampton Bowl, so great concentration there by Reginald Davis for the score. Now we're going to see on the run here, this is going to be number 37 with the run here, Eric Watts. This is a 61-yard touchdown run by Eric Watts of Opelika on the opposite end of the field, and he takes it in for a touchdown onto the south end of this end zone stadium at the Crampton Bowl. Again, nice fake by the quarterback, then takes it around the end, picks up a couple of nice blocks, and then he's off to the races into the end zone for the touchdown. Eric Watts, a 61-yard touchdown run for the Opelika Bulldogs in the rain on the turf down at the Crampton Bowl. Then we take you to Thursday night out to Gurley, Tiger Stadium, Madison County and Madison Academy. This is big number 19, Avery Seaton, working his way through the defense there for the Madison Academy Mustangs, the visiting team in this game. We'll see one more time. Seaton fakes the handoff, takes it himself right into the heart of that Madison County defense. And then it looks like he was going to outrun the Madison County defense, but they kept up a shoestring tackle at the last minute to bring him down at the 12-yard line. And then we're going to see, again, right here, this is William Stokes of Madison Academy, taking it right up the gut for a short touchdown run. Another touchdown from Madison Academy as Madison Academy went on to win that big region game. clinching the Class 4A Region 7 title with that win over their rivals from Madison County out at Gurley. You saw that game Thursday night in the AHSAA Game of the Week here on WOTM. And finally, we go back to Saturday morning to the Crampton Bowl in Montgomery. Opelika and Leah Montgomery once again. And this is number 33, Kevin Lilly. Recovers the fumble, comes to the sideline, gets some instructions from the coaching staff over at Opelika, but then watch what he does here. Goes over behind the bench, and you see this at the college level and the pro level. You're going to see coming up in just a moment after another replay. You see the weather was a big factor in this game as he just dropped the snap. You can see the rainfall there, the wet field, and there it is. Not only for Opelika do they have a turnover chain, everyone's got, it seems like a turnover chain, but watch this. He puts on, going old school Road Warrior, Legion of Doom, Animal and Hawk right there as he puts on not only the turnover chain, but the turnover shoulder pads as well. As we take you to break right now, we're going to join the voice of the Opelika Bulldogs. This is going to be Van Riggs from 97.7, the kicker in Opelika, with some highlights, further highlights from that Opelika-Leah Montgomery game.
First down and 10 for the Bulldogs from the 41-yard line. Finley drops back. He's going to take a shot downfield, and he's got Connor, and he catches at the 20. Connor inside the 10, 5, touchdown Bulldogs! Shotgun is Finley. Finley hands it off to Watts. Watts has a first down. He's down the sidelines across midfield. Watts in the clear. 20, 10, 5, touchdown Bulldogs. Aaron Watts to the house. Dogs up 12-zip on Robert E. Lee. First down and goal from the 1. Finley tried to set up a throwback. Throws it into the end zone in traffic, and it is caught. Touchdown Bulldogs in traffic. That's Will Beams. Went up top and got it in the back of the end zone.
Home making you sick? Moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills. Ox Foundation Solutions can remedy any mold or mildew problem in your home. It's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At nfhslearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
All high school students should have an opportunity to participate in interscholastic athletics. Students can gain so much from participating in extracurricular activities through sport. Not only do they learn sportsmanship, they learn respect, and they learn teamwork. All of these are characteristics that students could carry with them throughout the rest of their lives.
Here at the break, 6-0, Fayette County trailing Gordo. Again, a Class 4A Region 5 matchup, and Gordo trying to clinch that region championship on this Thursday night here in week number 8. Tommy Wood along with Coach Rick Rhodes here at the break again in an exciting first half. A lot of defense played by both teams. We've seen some highlights, some really the way that the defense is played. I think most of us were expecting a little higher scoring game, but we've been pretty blessed with some defense tonight.
Well, we really have, and you know, it's like a rivalry should be. It's been very hotly contested, well played, hard hitting, all the things you want. 6-0. You know, I think Gordo was a big favorite coming into this game, but the old saying, the longer you let a lesser opponent hang around, and I don't mean that derogatory towards Fayette County at all, but Gordo was favored. The longer you let them hang around, the tougher the the opponent becomes, and it's going to be quite an interesting second half.
Yeah, going to look forward to a great second half between these two teams. Again, been playing since 1917, so a lot of these folks have seen a lot of meetings between these two teams, and it's going to be news either way. And we talk about news. There have been plenty of great things that we've heard about in the HSAA news here in the last week, and I think the biggest news that we've heard, Paul Morteau is the kicker for North Jackson. How about 4 onside successful kicks in a 4A Region 7 win over Randolph last week? And they've done 9 onside kicks and recovered them in 6 games this season, Coach. And just an amazing feat.
Well, I think they recovered 3 the week before to give them a big lead in a game. And I guess they're disciples. You know, all this started with this high school coach out in Arkansas that never did conventional kicks.
Right.
Always went for 2, never punted, always did a regular formation and either quick kicked or went for it, and always did onside kicks. And it'd be very interesting to see if North Jackson has, 5 or 6 different kind of onside kicks, or whether it's just one. But I think you may see more of this as it becomes more popular.
Well, Chandler Tygart is the head coach, and he said, hey, we don't have a kicker that can kick into the end zone, so let's take our chances based on analytics and data and all that good stuff. And so far it's working pretty well for the Chiefs.
I would say so.
They have had a great year, especially last week. 4 onside kicks in one football game. We'll come back with some more highlights and a whole lot more. Halftime continues here in Fayette as Gordo leads the Tigers by 6.
While you're at home with family for the next few weeks, don't put off scheduling home repairs. Call Ox Foundation for a free estimate. With more time at home, you tend to notice things you haven't in the past. Mold and moisture in your basement or crawl space, uneven driveways, stair-step cracks in your exterior brick, uneven floors and doors. If your home is showing weakness, it's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Stay strong, Alabama.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune into WOTM every Thursday night at 7 for the AHSAA WOTM Game of the Week. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's channel lineup, call and request WOTM. Thursday, October 22nd, the Ramsey Rams travel to Pleasant Grove to take on the Pleasant Grove Spartans. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7, basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
Without our contest officials, we would have no contest. I truly encourage our parents to be a shining example of sportsmanship regarding our contest officials and setting example for everyone, as well as coaches and fans across this state, to treat our officials with respect.
Gordo up by 6. Fayette County Marching Band entertaining the fans here at halftime. Good to see the band out on the field. And again, an exciting first half. Not a lot of scoring, but plenty of great plays on both sides of the football. We've seen hard running. We've seen great defensive stops as well, and we've seen some penalties here and there. But, that's the thing that when you get into a game like this, you always see the effort take it to another level. And we've seen that here in the first half, and I think we'll see more here in just a little bit.
Well, I think we have, but I think the game has changed a little bit as it has gone on. Early, Fayette County, anytime they try to throw, they couldn't get the ball off. They couldn't protect it all. But as the game has gone on, they've become more comfortable in the pocket, and they've hurt Gordo a little bit throwing the football. Gordo offensively really just kind of drove it well early, but they've sputtered a little bit as the game has gone on. So I wouldn't say the momentum has definitely put on an orange shirt, but it's definitely gone back and forth, and it's made for a fun game.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half of action as you got Fayette County here early. As you said, Coach, a lot of pressure and throwing it late, and that usually leads to disaster and a pickoff by Gordo. They respond. pretty much in the same way. Quarterback trying to make something happen, fumbles it loose, and Fayette County gets back on it. That was the first 2 drives, both ending in turnovers.
Well, and you can see the duress that Johnson has been under most of the first half. Big hit right there.
Tries to go deep, and again, on the deep ball fly pattern, hadn't had a lot of success. On the other side, Neal, and he's able to hit a big pass play down the field, and that leads to a touchdown. Tough running on the inside, and Williams finds the end zone, and Gordo goes up 6-0 early.
By far their most impressive drive of the night. Good screen pass right here, very well executed. Nice running after the catch, and looked like Gordo was going to get going again, but
it was 4th down and a slip down there as Neal tried to roll out and pick it up, and then the fumble punt for Fayette County, but the defense stiffens and they come up with a fumble on the other side, and forcing the fumble that time is going to be Kendrick Moore, and Fayette County dodges another bullet.
And I thought that was a big part of this game. And you wonder, as this game goes to its conclusion in the second half, if the failure to score here right at the end of the half, as we see the interference call that gives them one more untimed play, come up short with it, you wonder if that lost opportunity to score is not going to come back to haunt Fayette County.
Yeah, Fayette County's going to get the football to open up the second half and maybe get something going offensively. But you look back at that defensive stand by Gordo, that's where champions are made sometimes, in coming up with plays right there at the end of a half that really kind of keeps the momentum on their side.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. But again, Fayette County's got to feel good. They've got to be a little bit energized that, hey, it's a 6-0 ball game against the number 4 ranked team in the state. So ought to be a great second half.
Looking forward to it. Kickoff is coming your way. Stick around. High school football continues on WOTM, presented by Ox Foundation.
Don't crack under the pressure of foundation issues. The certified specialists at Ox Foundation Solutions can permanently fix foundation problems at the best price guaranteed. And did you know, moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills? Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Falling to Sela, Tony said for Silacago.
Keep more cash for back to school with 0% APR financing for up to 72 months and up to $13,000 off MSRP on new Ford trucks. Plus, we've got guaranteed credit approval and up to $4,000 over KBB value for your trade when you upgrade to a new Ford.
The right people, a better customer experience, and nobody beats our bottom line price. Nobody.
In Alabama, there are 2 things we take serious: football and barbecue. And at August Barbecue, we take our business serious. Our meat is smoked daily to give you the freshest and best quality. Ask about our daily vegetable specials. And don't forget about our beef brisket, served up every Thursday and Friday. We have a great outdoor seating area to enjoy the best live music around every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Great service, great atmosphere, and great food. August Barbecue, you can taste the difference.
John Morgan Brown Stadium, and of course the field named after Walden Tucker of Fayette County. Right now his Tigers down by 6 here on this Thursday night edition of high school football. And again, we're at the break, 6-0 our score. You look at this game, and again, Coach, the implications as far as the playoffs. Of course, the first 2 teams in the region, they get to host the first round. The second 2 teams will be traveling in the first round. Right now, Fayette County right on that bubble. There's 3 teams fighting for those final 2 spots.
Well, and that's an excellent point. We talked about Gordo trying to win a region championship, but Fayette County's just trying to get invited to the dance. Mm-hmm. And so they're fighting for their life right here. And you know, this is a young team. Yeah, every year in the playoffs, you get people in there, young teams, maybe they just sneak in and they make a run at things. It's one of the things that makes our playoff system so great. There's always somebody that comes out of nowhere, and maybe this Fayette County team will be one of those right here. I know this. They're playing the number 4 ranked team in the state for a half even, and that's it's made it a fun night.
Right down when you get down toward the stretch, you always have some great games, and we've got another dandy coming up next Thursday night for a region championship. Ramsey, the Rams, taking on the Pleasant Grove Spartans. That game for the region title next Thursday night. Pleasant Grove, the number 1 team in Class 5A. Ramsey this week in at number 3, so a top 3 matchup next Thursday night. We'll have it for you here on WOTM, presented by Ox Foundations. 2 explosive offenses, talent all over the field. It's going to be a lot of fun coming up next Thursday night as Pleasant Grove takes on Ramsey. Then we're going to start to wind down the regular season with another great one from Lamar Field in Oxford as Central Phoenix City takes on the Yellow Jackets. Of course, Oxford ranked number 1 in Class 6A. They won it all last year. They've got a lot of talent again here in 2020, and everybody knows about the tradition of Central Phoenix City and Coach Patrick Nix and the job he's done there. Don't forget, we are your exclusive home for the HSAA Championship events, and that includes the Super 7 games that are coming up at Bryant-Denny Stadium the first weekend in December. Going to be a lot of fun there, and we want you to be a part of that. The Super 7 as well as championships in basketball, softball, baseball. You can find all of it right here on WOTM, your exclusive home for championship events with the HSAA. All right, getting set for this second half, and again, you're looking at it, and you've got the Fayette County Tigers not scoring late, and Gordo's going to get the football back to open up the second half, so let's see how this turns out in the second half. It's going to be a lot of fun, Coach.
You know, usually say, well, they didn't score at the half, that's a downer, but I really don't feel that way about Fayette County. I think they're energized going into the second half. I think they know that they're in this football game and they got a real shot, and as in all football games, these first 5 minutes are going to be real, real crucial for both teams.
So Gordo gets the opening kick here in the second half. Yes, Fayette County will continue to try to play some pretty tough defense. We've seen Drake Johnson going to kick it off for the Tigers. As we'll get things started here in the second half. Should be a lot of fun. I mean, it has been an exciting first half, and like we said, not a lot of scoring, but some great plays on both sides of the football. It's just so much, you know, you see how much it means to those kids when they're getting hit in the backfield. They're spinning and diving and turning those legs and picking all they can up, and you know how much it means to both of these teams. Kickoff. Here comes the green wave, and bringing it out, going to be dropped. Is Oglen on the return.
Pretty nice open field tackle there by Tucker Sanford. Pretty good field position for Fayette County from a defensive standpoint as we get this half started.
So we'll get that Gordo offense coming out first. Christopher Neal doing a great job in the first half. After that initial fumble, he's been able to manage the offense very well. Again, the normal quarterback Tanner Bailey injured a couple of games ago, so Neal having to finish up the regular season. He'll open up the second half with a handoff to the left side. That's Williams, and another good play defensively. We've called Pinkerton's name all night, and he is, again, right in the gap.
Well, he's going to shoot that gap for some reason unblocked by the Gordo offensive line, and he makes a nice play right there for virtually no gain.
Second down and 10. Green wave. He'll fake the handoff. Rolling out is Neal. Finds some grass on the other side, and he will turn the corner. And a big gain for a first down for the green wave.
You know, I'm not real sure that wasn't just a quarterback counter, as there's no receiver to that side. You know, it looks like a bootleg right here, but you can see there's no receiver out there. There's a blocker that's leading the way out here. I think that's a design run all the way.
Good first down yardage for Neal. Moves it out to the 38-yard line. First down and 10 for Gordo. Handoff, Williams. Williams finds a gap, bounces it back outside. He'll rip off a gain of about 14 yards, and that's good for another first down for the Green Wave.
Well, much better job by the Gordo offensive line this time of picking up the interior movement. There's no linebacker in the perimeter this time, and Williams takes advantage of that, slides outside for a big gain.
Try to go in a hurry, but a whistle will stop play. And Fayette County's going to call a timeout and try to get that defense adjusted with 10:59 left in this third. So a quick timeout by Coach Walden Tucker in the early stages of the third period, Coach.
I'm back to that the big gain on the quarterback keeper by Neal right there. I really think that was a design run all the way. They wrapped the guard around, ran all the receivers off from left to right. As we take a look at it right here, you can see.
There's a guard right there.
Yeah, it's like he's out to practice early, and I tell you what, he can run the football now. You can see it. You think it's a bootleg action, but normally you have receivers out there. There's no receivers. They're all clearing out the defenders of that side. It's just a very well executed and a well designed play. Great job by our guys in the truck to get that thing up so quick.
So ball at midfield, first down and 10. Gordo Green Wave with some iconic uniforms in the state of Alabama. Some of our favorites anyway.
Yeah, I think somebody copied them from them.
Yeah, there was some guy in the NFL that did that. They'll hand it off on the left side, and this time Williams hit at the line. He'll fall forward. Good stop defensively. That's going to be Kazire, as he will help to bring Williams down. Second down and long now.
Pretty intense in that tackle area in there now. There's bodies flying everywhere.
Can't say enough about, like I said, the defense for Fayette County, as they've held this Gordo offense averaging 40, and right now only with 6, but Williams out to change that as he'll bring it to the near side and carry the defender forward. And he will take it to about the 41-yard line, gain of 7, going to set up third and short.
Yeah, a little crossbuck action with the speed sweep, but it's the inside handoff off of that, and nice job of making people miss. And good job.
Third and a yard now.
Good assist there by Hunter Kimbrell, helping everybody
doing
to the
all
ground.
he could, isn't he? Escort service. Third down and a yard. They'll hand it off. Wow. Wow and wow. Running the ball on the left side is going to be Glass at 240 pounds. Ran through the initial defender. Watch this. He takes a pretty good pop, Coach.
This looks like one of those movies from the 70s where a guy runs through a chain link fence. I mean, that's a pretty big pop right there by Trey Pinkerton, but he's outweighed by about 65 pounds, and Glass would have none of it, and he ran right through it for a big first down.
They'll still keep Glass in the backfield here on first down and 10 after the Amherst first down. This time Glass is hit, bounces off, comes to the near side, going to be trapped in the backfield, and then a host of Tigers will bring him down. That is good gang tackling against Glass, and able to bring him down.
Well, Glass is able to break a lot of tackles, but he's having to do them running sideways, and you can watch right here, nice penetration. Now watch him bounce to the outside, bounce to the outside. There's an orange shirt, another orange shirt, another orange shirt. Just tenacious defense, just really, really well played by that Tiger defenders.
Swarming to the football means a loss of 3, so second down and 13 now. Green Wave with it. Bobble on the snap. Now Neal rolls out, throws it, and incomplete. Tried for, actually could have been either one of those. That pass intended for goes incomplete. He's going to bring up third down.
Had him open, but not able to get his shoulder squared all the way around. If you can't point that front shoulder at your target, it's very difficult to throw an accurate pass. Wasn't able to quite get downhill on the bootleg, and the result is an incompletion.
Third down and 13. 8:32 left in this third period. Gordo football at the Fayette County 36, leading by 6. Big third down play here. Neal's got pressure, steps up, throws it, and caught. Flag comes in, and into the end zone for the Green Wave is going to be Abernathy. Let's see what that penalty's all about. Did Abernathy push off in order to get the football?
Well, it's either going to be a push off or a hold. Let's see.
I think if I'm a good lip reader, I said Holding on defense.
Defense.
Yeah.
Penalty for 5.
So that's going to be on Fayette County, and it will be a Gordo touchdown. So a 12-0 Green Wave lead. Coach Tucker not excited about that.
Yeah, this is a post route right down the middle of the field. Very well thrown ball. Had a step on him right there and well executed, and the Green Wave is on the board.
So a 12-0 lead, 8:24 left in the third. And Billups on for the extra point for the Green Wave. Trying to make it a 13-0 lead. And they'll snap it right back to Billups. Rolls out the right, drops the football, picks it back up and going down. So the fake for the two-point conversion will not happen, and 8:24 left in the third. The score, 12-0, Gordo with a lead. As the Green Wave take a 2-touchdown advantage on this touchdown pass. Green Wave picks up 6.
While you're at home with family for the next few weeks, don't put off scheduling home repairs. Call Ox Foundation for a free estimate. With more time at home, you tend to notice things you haven't in the past. Mold and moisture in your basement or crawl space, uneven driveways, stair-step cracks in your exterior brick, uneven floors and doors. If your home is showing weakness, it's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Stay strong, Alabama.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune into WOTM every Thursday night at 7 for the AHSAA WOTM Game of the Week. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's channel lineup, call and request WOTM. Thursday, October 22nd, the Ramsey Rams travel to Pleasant Grove to take on the Pleasant Grove Spartans. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7, basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
Gordo leading by 12 now. Billups to kick it off for the Green Wave as they take the drive all the way in the end zone. Big touchdown pass there to go up by 12. Kelly trying to find a little gap. Couple of spin moves out across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And that's Moore on the return.
Moore's been a busy man tonight.
He really has. Like I said, that little injury early in the first half, very tough situation for Fayette County. Kind of a scary situation because of all the things that he brings to your football team.
Well, it may go without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. I mean, obviously, this drive is very crucial now for Fayette County. They desperately want to answer here.
Gonna flip it out, and too tall. Tried to find the quick slant there to Moore, and it was high, and that's going to be incomplete. And bring up second down to 10.
Yeah, really looked at his quick screen first, and the picture showed you the quarterback dilemma. He decides to go inside with his throw, but he never transitions his body to the inside. So his shoulder and his hips are still pointed outside, tries to come back inside with the throw. Very difficult to be accurate when you don't transition your lower body to set up your throw. It's kind of like shooting a rifle without a gun sight.
Second and 10, they'll go to the running game. Coming left side, nowhere to go, and wrapped up and dropped. Good defensive play there by Merritt, rather. So Zyra Madry brings him down there.
Yeah, tried to run the outside zone, but not able to hook, as you can see right here. That's Moore trying to get the block to the outside, but not able to get his inside pad on the outside hip of the defender, and play got blown up.
I'm going to say that Gordo's got plenty of athletes, don't you think? I'm going to tell you, they got some good-looking kids.
I tell you, they certainly look the part, Tommy.
Good-looking athletes.
You can tell they've been in a weight room, too.
Big third down here, and we got a whistle to stop play. And the official will sort things out for us here.
Ball, offsides, defense, 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Gordo. That'll help out. Make it 3rd and 9 now.
And that could be a big 5 yards right there. I mean, it's really imperative that Fayette County can get a drive going right here. They don't need a 3 and out. And 3rd and 9 is sure a lot more makeable than for 3rd and 14. And you better believe that gentleman right there knows exactly what I'm talking about.
And he is not happy about that offside call there. So 3rd down and 9. Back in trouble, rolls out, breaks the first tackle, but not the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And Johnson's going to go down in a wave of white jerseys.
Yeah, the route never really developed on the outside right there. Just kind of a little fade right outside, but not even a full speed fade. And you can see that the pocket just breaks down. Just got to get that ball out. The protection's better than it was earlier in the game, but you still can't dawdle. And you can see it's just kind of two they look kind of like molasses rolling down a tree routes, not sharp, distinct cuts that are going to get receivers open.
And that pocket was just congested. I mean, there was nowhere to step up and nowhere to put the football. So punting time for Fayette County. And we'll get that Gordo offense here with 6:27 left in this 3rd period. Leading by 12 as they will take over this offensively. Again, we appreciate the folks watching throughout the state of Alabama, the Spectrum viewers checking us out on SD80, also HD 701. And again, we welcome those Spectrum viewers right here to WOTM Thursday night high school football from Fayette, Alabama. And Gordo takes on the Fayette County Tigers, and Tigers jump into the neutral zone, and that will be 5 against the guys in orange.
You know, I've always kind of wondered about that, Tommy.
Offsides. Defense.
What do you think,
5-yard
Coach?
penalty.
Well, I'm just
Still
wondering how
first
many
down.
plays in the history of football have ever started before the ball has been snapped.
Well,
do you have anything on that in any of your notes?
According to my notes, it says refer to Rick Rhodes 1.101. And that
None.
would be?
0.
0 is the answer. You are correct. Good pass down the middle there and good coverage. Got to be incomplete. He was looking for Somerville, and Tucker Sanford took a spill there, and he's still down. And had great coverage, but they kind of got the legs kind of tangled up, and
that'd be a big
Sanford's
loss.
able to get up.
Yeah, that'd be a big loss. He's been quite a defender now. He's grabbing that knee as well.
Good coverage there, but like I said, just kind of got tangled, and so Coach Walden and Tucker on the way to check on him. We will as well, and be back with more in a moment.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
Without our contest officials, we would have no contest. I truly encourage our parents to be a shining example of sportsmanship regarding our contest officials and setting example for everyone, as well as coaches and fans across this state, to treat our officials with respect.
Friday night rivals tomorrow night should be a great game. Pinson Valley, the Indians, taking on Clay Chalk. Well, those two don't like each other too much, and they are going to battle tomorrow night. Drew Gilmer Stadium gets underway at 7 o'clock. Chris Stewart, Tyler Watts will have that for you. We'll have it re-airing Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. Should be a great matchup there. Gonna go deep here. Got a man and cannot connect. Billups about 5 yards behind the defense, and they can't connect, so it brings up 3rd and 5.
And I tell you that Fayette County is playing with fire now. They're playing with a single safety in the middle of the field, and the corners are about 2 yards outside of the wide receiver to that side. The post route is wide open. And if they don't get that corrected, Gordo will hit another post route for a score, because that one, if the ball had been on the money, would have been another touchdown.
So Tucker Sanford comes out after the injury, and they bring in Cooper Sanford, who is a 9th grader. They immediately go after him. Hand off this time to Williams, and he is chopped down. But as we said, they tried to pick on the freshman there, and Billups did get behind him, but pass falls incomplete. So it brings up 4th down here after a good stop there for Fayette County, 4th and about 3. And Coach Ryan Lawley says, hey, let's go ahead and punt the football away here and play a little field position.
Christopher Neal in punt formation.
So Neal's going to kick it away. He's got to be dangerous or concerned here when you got the quarterback back there in punt formation. He does kick it, and I don't think he's going to be happy with this one, as it will bounce and be down at about the 38-yard line.
Tigers down the punt, and we'll start first.
So first and 10 for Fayette County. Pretty good field position here to open up this drive.
Yeah, that one did not come off clean. You think, Tommy?
Immediate reaction from him. You know, if you didn't know where the football went, as soon as it met his foot, you just saw him in disgust and give you that "oh no" look.
Well, and it sounded kind of like a wet newspaper, you know, slapped against your thigh too, which is not a good sign for those of us that remember what a newspaper is.
Yeah,
so.
Our younger viewers are going, "What is that now?" Back to pass, rolling out. Johnson now in trouble, retreating. Going to have to get rid of it. Can't take a sack here. Throws it, and is the catch made? The officials are down there, and it is complete. What a catch out there by Walker. That's a good play by Johnson. He found him late on the boundary and able to deliver it down there.
Yeah, this is great escapability, and he's able to get himself squared away. He gets popped pretty good at the end, but nice concentration and a big play.
And first down as the Tigers move it into Green Wave territory at the 46-yard line.
Now the negative side of that is that the pressure, again, Gordo appears to be able to pressure that pocket now at will.
And that
just
is
like
immediate.
they did earlier in the game, yes.
They are back there in a hurry, and you see right now crowding the line of scrimmage. They'll go to the run game, and nothing there. Wow. Hauling him in, that time on the carry, Jackson, and he is pulled in by Dorian Pugh, a junior at 6'5", 305.
Well, this is your basic one-hand underarm takedown. 6'5", 305. I'm not sure about that 305. And it says here he just was released by Chicago on Tuesday. No.
Picked up on waivers Tuesday. Wow. As we said, some good-looking athletes.
It looks like we just got cut into the Green Bay, whoever they're playing game.
All of a sudden, we picked up the Packers. Second down at about 12 now for this Fayette County offense. As Johnson goes back, pressure immediate, throws it up. Got a man, underthrows him, and going to be picked off. He had him with about a step, but Billups is going to come up with a pick as he was looking long for Walker and just couldn't get enough on it.
Well, it's really a shame from a Fayette County perspective. The number 2 receivers are going to run a little X route, a crossing route right off the line of scrimmage, and really wide open at about 12 yards. You can't see him in your picture now. He still has a step right here, but about 5 yards before that, he's open by a good 5 yards, but the ball is late and underthrown, and the result is pretty predictable, especially when you're throwing against that young man right there.
Another turnover for this Fayette County offense, so Gordo will take over offensively. 4:05 left here in the third, leading by 12. They'll start first and 10, and Neal gives it off to Williams. Just tries to hit the left tackle, and once again Pinkerton in there as he will bring him down again. Those two have built quite a relationship here in this last couple hours.
They've got to know each other pretty well.
So second down and 9 for the Green Wave. Go back again. Same play left side, better results for Gordo down the far sideline, and almost taking it to the house is Williams. He will step out of bounds, but not before he picks up the first down.
Yeah, this is the outside zone, extremely well blocked from that bunch formation. You can see that the white shirts have outside leverage on every one of the orange shirts. That's really good position blocking right there. And, of course, Williams shows that speed, gets outside, picks up a huge gain.
First and 10 now. And they'll get movement on that defensive front again, so 5 easy ones.
That play didn't start before the ball was snapped either.
No. Streak continues.
Offside, defense.
5-yard
penalty. First down.
There are not a lot of sure things in life, Tommy, as we both well know, but that is.
That's as
that
close.
is
I'm gonna say it's go ahead. Yeah, it's closer than you can imagine.
It's sure. It's surer than taxes. Maybe not quite as sure as the other thing.
Yeah.
But
here it is, 1st and 5. They'll go to Williams. Williams cuts it back against the grain, as he loves to do, and he'll take it out near midfield. They'll mark him down about the 48-yard line. But you see Williams, he loves to cut it back.
Yeah, he really does. And again, he presses that zone tight, cuts it back. We're going to look at it right here. Watch him right at the line of scrimmage, makes that cut. Kind of wish he'd gotten a little north and south right there a little bit sooner, but that's an easy call from up here in the spotter's booth.
After another Amherst first down, they'll go back to the running game, and just battering in there is Glass. 240 pounds of just pure power.
And this is
turns out a big game.
I was just going to say, Tom, excuse me, I didn't mean to talk over you. And then this is a good strategic move right here to pound that Fayette defense just a little bit. They're on their heels just a tad. You're bringing the big guy in, he'll sting you a little bit.
Brings up 2nd down and a long 3, and they'll go back to him, and whistle stops play. And let's see, illegal procedure against Gordo. I think that that time they may have caught Glass leaning just a little bit. So from 2nd and 3, moves it back to 2nd and 8. That's Ryan Lolly there. Graduated Marion County in '97. He spent 11 seasons as an assistant at Gordo, then became the head coach February of 2013. He went 7-4 his first year, and then 10 or more wins in each of the past 6 seasons.
Yeah, really has built on this deep Gordo football tradition. Of course, Walden Tucker was at Gordo for an extended period of time, 6 years.
Human battering ram right there, Glass on the carry. There is a flag down. I believe that is going to be holding.
Holding offense.
It will be on the green wave.
Into the rungs there.
So it will move Gordo back. Gordo finished 13-1 in 2016. They lost to Mobile Christian in the semifinals. So he's 83-14 tonight, 85% winning percentage for that guy right there.
Wish he'd smile. You're 83-14, you ought to smile a little bit. What do you think?
Probably in about a quarter and a half, he'll be a little bit happier camper. 2nd and 15. He's got Neal rolling back. Neal's in trouble. He tries to get through a couple of defenders. He will be spun down at about the 45-yard line. Good play again defensively.
Yeah, pretty good effort by Ja'Cory Burris to try to run him down. I thought he was going to get a horse collar there for a minute. They're trying to throw a deep route to the right of the screen as you look at it. But has to pull it down, and good stop made, but not before some damage is done.
3rd down and long, and it's going to be a timeout. Gordo going to talk about it, but a lot of things going on here at WOTM, and one thing we want to tell you about is a show that will keep you in the know. It's called Overtime. Gerhard Methengani and John Holder, Monday through Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. until 10 p.m. They'll be talking a lot of high school sports, college sports as well, and just a very informative show. So do yourself a great service and check out Overtime with Gerhard and John, Monday through Wednesdays, 9 p.m. until 10 p.m. Big play right here, 3rd and 13, if Fayette County can come up with a stop. Closing moments of the 3rd period.
Would not be a bit surprised to see Gordo go back to that deep post route again.
So they will come back out here on 3rd and long from the 46-yard line. They will send 3 receivers to the left. One comes to the right. There's Christopher Neal, the junior quarterback. So he'll drop back, looking. Gonna throw it down there, and got a man. Catch is made, and stepping out of bounds. But a big Amherst first down, and also the Sarah Automotive red zone for the green wave as he connects with Ben Capps.
This is really a well-thrown ball and a great route. This is a little smash concept. You got a hitch route onto the outside. The inside receiver goes 12 yards and runs to the flag. And gets behind the flat defender, beats the safety. Ball right on the money. Boy, what a well-designed and well-thrown play.
First and 10, Gordo at the 20-yard line. Leading by 12, trying to tack on to that now. Handoff, Williams. Williams at about the 15 on that. He'll pick up about 5. And it will bring up second down right here.
Ball spotted at the 15-yard line. It'll be second down 5.
You look at Williams. He's a tough 5'10", 170. He's just, just a solid running back.
Yeah, he really has been impressive. And I tell you, that last corner right there, boy, what a pretty play. Well designed and really thrown right on the money.
We'll go back to Williams as he will take it inside the 10. Takes a pretty good pop by Pinkerton.
Yeah, good push up front. Good tough running inside. Fayette County's got their back to the wall, still fighting hard, but you can see those white shirts are starting to take control of the line of scrimmage even a little bit more.
Pretty good push right there. So they will say inside the 10, and that is an Amherst first down. So first and goal now for the Green Wave. As they are just inside the 10-yard line. We'll go back to Williams. Williams is hit. He'll dive down to the 5. Always falling forward. Good sign of a good running back there, and that's going to take us under 20 seconds left. I don't know if they'll snap it again before the end of the third, but those guys on that offensive front doing a good job too.
Yeah, you can see he's popped pretty good by Ja'Cory Burris. He just runs right through that tackle for an additional 3-4 yards. I don't know if we're going to get another one here in this quarter.
We're going to march down about 95 yards to the other end as they're holding up the 4s, and we head to the 4th. Gordo up by 12.
Oaxaca Flaca loves Popeye's Ghost Pepper Wings, and we love her dance skills.
Doing my happy dance. Ghost Pepper Wings. So good.
Get the new Ghost Pepper Wings with a biscuit for just $4.99. Take them home or get them delivered.
Cap seriously loves Papa's hot honey chicken, and he's not lying.
Try. Like, it's a different type of sweet and spicy. This is actually fire. I'm not even lying.
Get our new hot honey chicken with a side and a biscuit for only $5.
WOTM all over the state of Alabama, especially I want to thank the folks, Melissa, Joan, and the entire CTV Beam team. Of course, CTV. Check us out on channel 79, also HD 286. And we appreciate the folks spending this Thursday night. They'll hand it off to the big guy right side, and he takes it down, and he will tumble into the end zone, and that's Xavion Glass for the Gordo touchdown.
I tell you got to be impressed with his agility and his quickness too, not just his size. This is, outside zone right here, pretty well blocked. Nice little inside cut right here, and then he just is going to.
You've got to want to hit him if you're going to hit him at about the 1-yard line. Right. He's coming in with a head of steam.
And you got to try to hit him low, and when the ball's on 1-yard line, you're going to have a hard time doing that and keep him out of the end zone.
They'll go fake to him, right side. Neal tries to scamper in for the 2-point conversion, still struggling, fighting, and
2-point conversion
he never got there, but gave you all the effort he had. 18-0 our score. Gordo leading by 3 scores.
Yeah, I think that was going to be a naked boot as we look back here at the interception. A little X route, and again, the Fayette receiver is open, but the ball is late and underthrown. And of course, here's the long run where everybody is pinned to the inside. Great speed by Williams to get to the outside. And then here's the corner route that was so well thrown and so well executed. Nice ball right here, and of course wide open. Good concentration by Caps. Here's the outside zone for the touchdown. Here it is again.
An 18-0 lead for the Green Wave. They are 6-1 coming in, trying to leave 7-1, and as the Class 4A Region 5 champions, nailing down that home game in round 1 of the postseason.
As you said, lots of good-looking players in white jerseys out here tonight.
Plenty of good athletes. They're going to be a team to watch in Class 4A. On the return, coming back to the near side, trying to get to the boundary, spun down at about the 29-yard line. Good stop by Perigin there.
You know, Tommy, as you look at the rankings in the state, there are a lot of good football teams in this state. And I tell you, nothing's going to come easy this year. I mean, you're going to have to. They're going to be just like this game, because just think what all these coaches and players and schools have gone through just to get on the field.
That's it.
You know, this isn't a normal year, and it's just amazing what these young men and coaches are doing. And not the best of circumstances.
And off on the right side, not a lot. Flag comes in there, probably going to be a face mask. But, you know, that's one thing I wanted to touch on tonight is here we are in Week 8. We got 2 more games in the regular season. And you know, at the beginning of the year, we had no idea how far we were going to get to go. We had no idea how many games we would get the opportunity to come in and call. And
personal foul, face mask on the defense.
They're going to go 15-yard on this face mask, and so Fayette County will get a big gain on that. But here we are, Week 8, and sure, there have been some cancellations. We were talking about earlier. There's one coming up tomorrow night that's been announced here in the last little bit. But you know, the thing about it is, these coaches, the HSAA, these players have been so resilient and flexible this year, and tried to do everything they could just to have a season. As looks like going to go deep there. Blake Johnson's going to have it batted away. They tried to hit Ogland again, but trying to pick on Ogland, that's not working out. But just hats off to so many people that have had a hand in getting us to this point of the season.
Well, and as we look at Ogland again with a nice play downfield, and you know, I read something the other day where they talked about that it wasn't worth it, that it was dangerous, and I think there's some merit to that. You can certainly make a case that nobody wants anybody to get sick, or heaven forbid, worse than that. But there's also a whole other side of that. There's a really, really strong case for doing just what we're seeing tonight. There's so much good that comes from all this, and so much positive stuff. And again, these guys only get one chance to do this.
Going to throw the ball away here, and out of bounds on 2nd and 10. Had to get rid of it. The pressure was bearing down. So Johnson just had to chunk it out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and 10. But it's just been, like I said, has it been, I guess, perfect and the way that we all want it to be? No, but, you know, we have let some high school kids be kids at least for a little bit every week. And that's just been, it's been an awesome opportunity for those guys to get the chance.
Well, and a time where very few people pull together on anything, where everything seems to be politicized. In this state, at least, we've all pulled together, and we've made it happen for the benefit of our kids. I mean, these guys are playing. I hear the band in the background. We saw the cheerleaders earlier. Saw the little fellas and gals in the stands. I mean, if you don't think that's important to the fiber of this state, you've been under a rock somewhere.
Well, and if you're a senior, you don't get it back. If you're a junior, you don't get that year back. So they've had a chance to actually get out and do what they truly enjoy doing. You see that young man right there just having a blast. I mean, you know, getting an opportunity to do that. And Ogland has had a great game. Fayette County's going to have to punt it away. As Westbrook will put the toe on it. Gets a basically sit down there at about the 16-yard line, and that's where Gordo will start 1st down and 10 as they will open up this drive. Again, thanks to the great folks at Sarah Automotive, our sponsor of the Red Zone here on WOTM High School Football. Tony Sarah Ford, of course, Sarah Nissan. They've got Sarah Honda as well. And again, General Manager Don Wood, we appreciate him so much jumping on board and being a part of our high school football broadcast each and every Thursday night right here on WOTM.
I just want you to know, Tommy, I haven't given up on my car yet.
I was afraid you were going to bring that back up. I knew it didn't go well last week, so I was trying to.
It went horribly. But
yeah.
you got to be persistent. I got no shot, Tommy.
You are persistent.
I got no shot, but I'm.
You are persistent. That's what we'll go
that's
with
not
you.
the word that my wife used.
I know, but I'm going to keep it that way.
No,
there goes Williams right side, and he's been persistent all night long too, able to get positive yardage, and continues to just pound out some tough yards. Second down and long.
Back to what we were talking about a little bit. We live in a time where there's so much negativity and all that, and in the best of times, this game is great for all the things that are great about people, relationships, and in the worst of times, it's even more so. I mean, there's lots of stuff about color in this country now. Well,
right.
I mean, there's a lot of prejudice against color on this field right here. If you got on a white jersey, you really don't like orange very much. If you got on an orange jersey, you sure don't like green and white very much. Well, and that's the way it should be. I mean, I think you know what I'm saying right here. I mean, it's just such a positive experience for all those involved that the fact that our state, and not just our state, other states as well, are able to do this it's just great.
Well, and when you were saying that carry right there by Glass on the right side, let's see if he picks up the first down. Not sure where they're going to mark it, but as you were saying, it is going to bring up fourth down for Gordo. They'll probably have to punt it away. But on that last play, you saw Williams rush to the right side. He takes a big shot. I believe it's from Westbrook. They're laying on the ground, and then Williams gets up first and reaches down and helps up Westbrook.
Yeah.
And we talked about the bitter rivalry between these two schools. But, hey, man, these guys are just getting a chance to just be young men, and that's the positive side of what football teaches, that you can reach down and help somebody up.
Well, just look at that shot right there. Players, cheerleaders, band people.
And Neal to punt the football away and let it roll across midfield. Fayette County will get another chance offensively to make something happen. Again, welcome aboard all the folks around the state down there in Troy country. Troy cable viewers being able to watch us on Thursday night here on WOTM. Again, Troy Cable, your hometown communications company. As they are part of the WOTM family, we look forward to being there with you not only tonight but throughout next week and the last of the regular season, playoffs, championships as well. And you get it right here on WOTM. So welcome aboard folks down in the Troy area. The guy right there has had his first real start tonight, has problems on that snap, pops loose. Let's see. And I believe Gordo got back on it, but I was going to mention Blake Johnson we've seen him develop as the night has gone on, as well as on the other side, Christopher Neal. We talked about these guys are not your normal starters for these teams, but both have really have gotten better as the game has gone on tonight.
Yeah, they have. Yeah. You can see the snap is high right there. He doesn't get his hand on the ball. It's kind of tipped up in the air, and it becomes a scrum, and Gordo's going to come up with it. I think the toughest snap to handle for a quarterback is that snap that's hard and high, because it handcuffs you.
Well, and then they're trying to come down in time for the handoff. And,
right.
And if you don't get it below the helmet, that helmet can knock it out like we saw right there, and Gordo's got it. With 8:45 left, leading by 18. We'll go back to Williams. Williams, tough running once again. How many times have we said that tonight? But he'll take it down to about the 36-yard line. That's good for another first down.
Yeah, both these teams play a lot of five-man front, bear defense. Center, both guards covered. That time, Gordo is going to cave in the whole right side of their offensive line. The defensive end they let run upfield, and Williams just does a great job of cutting right in behind the great blocking on the right-hand side, and creates a big, huge chunk of yardage.
First down and 10 for the Green Wave. This time, Neal will give it off to Williams. He'll drive outside, break a tackle down the far sideline, and will cut back in at the 10 to the 5, carrying folks forward, and he'll get in.
Boy, what a run.
That is tough running by Rashawn Williams.
Comes up limping at the end of it. I tell you what, watch these feet. They never stop. Watch him. Slips a tackle there. Right down the sideline, slips another one right there. Watch those feet. Just keeps them moving. Always gaining ground. Great bounce at the end. I don't know whether he got an ankle twisted or what, but what a run.
He will take a seat over on that far sideline. You see him down there.
That looks like a cramp.
And hoping that's all you got there, but great run by Williams. An extra point coming up from Billups, and again, offside's going to go against Fayette County. 24-0 the score, 7:47 left.
I tell you, they need to buy JT Billups a square toe.
Yeah.
That ball slides off to the right every time.
Yeah, square toe would do wonders there.
For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, in the old days, straight-on kickers wore a shoe that was flat across the front. It was actually squared. It looked like the end of a 2x4.
Well, if you come to one of my son's games, you will see a square toe shoe every Friday night.
I tell you what, you can probably sell it for about $30,000.
That's right. Our kicker there uses one every Friday. And like you said, a lot of the younger folks have no idea what, they think something's wrong with his feet. Extra point for Billups right here, and this time he will boot it right through there. Gets plenty of air up under that one. And 25-0, Gordo takes the lead. Looks like they're going to take home a region championship when all is said and done.
Falling to save us at a Honda Silica.
Save all month long with new 2020 Honda Civics from $21,300 or just $294 a month, or rates as low as 0.9% APR financing for up to 60 months. That's right, Honda Civics from $21,300 or just $294 a month. Plus, get up to $4,000 over Kelly Blue Book value on your trade when you upgrade to a new Honda.
The right people, a better customer experience, and nobody beats our bottom line price. Nobody.
Recovers the kickoff.
25-0 Gordo, matching that young guy's jersey number there.
He's had quite a night.
He has been impressive, and like I said, just always falling forward, and he showed you some speed and a little bit of everything on that last run.
Yeah, quick feet, great balance. Just another day at the office.
25-0 the score. Here's the Fayette County offense trying to get something going. Pretty good pop. And flag, I believe that's going to be a face mask. You saw Jackson coming to the left side, and after he was kind of hit across the face mask, he was kind of adjusting it even if he was continuing to run there. So let's see. Could be like a glancing blow, 5-yarder, I believe.
He had a white shirt down. It looked like it might have been Xavion Glass.
Yeah, somebody down at the 41-yard line. I
Face
believe that is
mask
Glass. Yeah.
On the defense. 5 yards, still first down.
So Glass is down. And trying to straighten that leg out.
And that does not look like a cramp.
They're taking a look at him here with 7:32. There's that Fayette County team. I'm going to tell you, they have battled tonight. They may have been
you didn't see any quitting in the eyes over there.
You didn't. They really get back out there and keep going, and that's Fayette County. I mean, for years they have been such a traditional program, and just always going to battle you for the entire 48 minutes, and that's what you're going to see here for the next 7:32. Sophomore quarterback Johnson in there with Zach Jackson in the backfield. First and a yard, and moving it forward, and that's going to be an Amherst first down on that run by Zach Jackson.
Good tough runner right there by Jackson. Sticks that foot in the ground. gets north and south and picks up a big first down.
Gordo's going to move to 5-0 in region play. Fayette County will drop to 2-3. Hamilton is also at 2-3. They have wins over Curry and Oak Grove. Haleyville also in that mix. They have wins over Fayette and Hamilton. And that unable to connect there, trying to find Brown across the middle. So this region race, and like I said, you've got the three that you're looking at is Fayette County, Haleyville, and Hamilton that are fighting for those two spots. So one of those teams will be left out when this region race is done.
Well, let's see. Fayette County has lost to Haleyville.
And then they play Hamilton next week. So Zach Jackson on the right side. So that with Hamilton could give them a 3-3 mark. And that would eliminate Haleyville. Or Hamilton, I'm sorry. Then you pretty much flip a coin, I think, when it's all said and done. It gets into tiebreakers and things like that. So this race is going to be very interesting to see who the four teams, and like I said, Gordo, we know, is reserving their home date with this region championship.
And if they can get, and I don't mean, I think Neal has played very well at quarterback tonight, but if they're going to make a run at the whole thing, they're going to have to get Bailey back. And if they get him back, they'll be a factor now. They lost to obviously a very good Mobile Christian team, and did you say in the
16? Yeah.
In the semis, yeah, and they'll be a factor again.
Another Amherst first down for Fayette County. Hand it off and into backfield, just nowhere to go. It was a good play defensively by Mayberry again.
They brought both those outside linebackers straight upfield at the snap, and both of them were unblocked and just nowhere to go with the football.
25-0 the score. But you think about it, talking about Neal, like you said, has done a great job for this Gordo offense. But you can move him back to that wide receiver, and you've got another great option out there when Bailey comes back. And as if they need another option on the outside.
Well, and they may. I mean, as you look at the rankings in this state of the top 10 in every classification, boy, they are deep. I mean, there are a lot of good football teams in this state. Whoever gets to Tuscaloosa, boy, it'll be a war.
On the carry that time is Charles Grant. He tries to go outside, and Billups up to make the hit. Big loss on the play. You see the thing about Gordo, they have the speed. They've got they're just a physical team, though. I think that's the way I would label them, as more physical than anything else.
You know, they're a great combination of speed and strength, which is power, and that's what all great teams are. I mean, they have the speed that you have to be great, but they also have the muscle to slug it out with you.
Fayette County right here facing third down at about 17. Johnson takes it, flips it out, and catch is going to be made. Nowhere to run, and once again, Hunter Oglin makes a play defensively.
And, you know, you just have to be so impressed with this Gordo secondary.
There's nowhere to throw deep, and then when you try to throw the underneath stuff, they're sure tacklers.
Yeah, they are. And they have a great safety in the middle of the field. They got cover corners. Although one of them looks a little gimpy right now.
Yeah, that's Oglin. Kind of took an awkward spill there. Westbrook to punt it away for Fayette County. Get it out of there. Oglin's going to return it. As he'll make his way to the boundary, then try to cut it back, and he will go down there. And Tucker Sanford over to make the hit. Also number 25 in on the stop, and that is going to be Kazire.
Really good coverage. You see, there's no quit in the orange shirts.
That's what you got to. That's how you build a program. I mean, you look at it and, 25-0. You got 3 minutes and some change left, and you are still making plays and still hustling downfield. And as we said, the Region 5 standings look like this. Gordo there on top, going to win the championship tonight. You got Northside, 6-1 on the year. They're 4-1 in region play. Haleyville, 5-3, and then 2-2. And then, as we mentioned, Fayette County, 3-4. They're going to fall to 2-3 tonight, 3-5 on the year.
Boy, 3 through 5 is a mix master.
It is. Handoff left side, not a lot of room that time for O'Brien.
I think it's the first time we've seen him tonight, I think.
Hey, one group of guys we've got to talk about is that offensive line. They've been able to make things happen tonight for Gordo. Want to make sure we give them some shout-outs. Hunter Kimbrell, he is the center. The right guard is Cade Wallen. Connor Tilley is the left guard. Bennett Davis at left tackle. Daniel Carr at right tackle. Those guys have paved the way for Williams to run the football, and they've also kept Neal pretty much pressure-free for a large portion of the night.
Yeah, they not 6'6", 340, but good-sized offensive line, very mobile, and they've made it happen, although a little slip right there. But O'Brien looks like he should be playing more. He slipped that tackle right there and got upfield in a hurry, just a sophomore.
Yeah, went north and south in a hurry. Gordo, as you said, 10 games a year. It seems like forever. Not many times in that school history have they won less than 10. They continue to just turn out great ball players and great teams year in and year out.
Well, football is like a lot of towns in Alabama. I mean, football is real important in both these communities, and guys that play football at Gordo and at Fayette County as well. I mean, they like to play football, and. When I used to recruit football players, and one of the things I used to ask my assistant coaches is, does a guy really like to play football? And that's such an important ingredient. And you can tell these guys generally enjoy playing the game and all the stuff that goes into it.
Another Amherst first down. O'Brien continuing to churn out positive yardage here. Maybe we'll start to look at kneeling down here before long. 2nd down and 4.
O'Brien, just a sophomore. He looks like a pretty good heir apparent. The only trouble is the heir apparent
is a sophomore.
Has a guy in front of him that's also a sophomore.
That's right. Yeah, good O'Brien here, and he goes right side, picks up the Amherst first down, and he will bring it close to the 40-yard line. As we said, pretty good mixture of youth when you look at both of these teams. I mean, Gordo, you talk about Neal that's played quarterback tonight. He's a junior. He'll be back. Rayshawn Williams, only a sophomore.
Yeah, there's not a huge senior class in either one of these teams.
We talked a little bit about Fayette County. 2 sophomores and a freshman starting on their offense tonight. We're winding down close to a half-minute left, and they will get in the victory formation. And take a knee there, and that will just about do it. So,
impressive performance by that gentleman's team.
6-0 at the break. They come out in the second half. 19 unanswered. They will post the shutout tonight over Fayette County, 25-0, and that will give them the Class 4A Region 5 championship. Gordo Green Wave, number 4 in Class 4A. And you see the reason behind that ranking tonight. Just a powerful team, Coach. As they continue to roll up the wins, and next Thursday night we should have a dandy coming your way. The Ramsey Rams taking on the Spartans of Pleasant Grove. 7 o'clock going to be the airtime. Big region championship there. We'll have it for you on WOTM, presented by Ox Foundations. Coach Lolly can celebrate the win tonight as they move to 7-1 on the year. 25-0. They get the win over Fayette County. We'll see you next Thursday night with more high school football on WOTM, presented by Ox Foundations.
Work so hard just to make this show. Under the lights, it's time to shine. Get your game face on, 'cause this is the big time.